Duval County, 904 in this bitch, huh? Put your hands up. Yeah, you feel that bass? Turn it up. It's that dirty South punk rock. Dirty South. Dirty South, yeah. Throw it up. Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Duval. You could get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Hey. Or you could get stomped in the club for a dub at our star. Show me we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Fuck that, fuck that. DJ Dirty Ski. When I reach for the herb, nigga, what's the word? Bitch, what's the word? Nigga better recognize real G's down the ride. Dirty South, I'm a record till I die. And I ain't even gotta tell her what my name is. I just walk right in like I'm famous. Get out the way, bitch. I'm heading straight to the VIP where I'ma drink everything for free. Damn right. You can get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Or you can get stomped in the club for a dub at our star. Show me we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat, bread. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat. Y'all motherfuckers don't want no problems, nigga. Whole wheat bread, bitch. Southside Duval County. It's that dirty South punk rock shit. Y'all gonna have to try extra hard to get up in this punk shit now, nigga. Y'all niggas don't want no problems, nigga. Shut up. Back the fuck up.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1430.
Doing live.
Doing it live, 1430. Back again. And I'm flying solo tonight. Don't normally do this for the main episodes, but doing it tonight. And got a few quick announcements also right now for everybody. Tomorrow we're doing a Patreon private show that we were supposed to do last Friday, but we couldn't do it because we had some staffing issues, some scheduling issues. We're doing it tomorrow. It's $5 on our Patreon. It's actual Mania Survivor situation, so you're going to want to catch that. Also, we've now changed things on our Patreon. Our Patreon bills by calendar date. So it used to be you got charged on the first of the month, no matter what happened. Now it goes based on the day you sign up. So if you signed up today for a subscription, you wouldn't be charged again until January 5th. So it goes by the date you start instead of just the hard first day of the month every month. So that's cool. And also we have gifted Patreon memberships available now. So you can buy a Patreon membership for somebody else and gift it to them. You can gift them a whole year, or you could gift them like 6 months or whatever. And you can do it for whatever tier you want to do. So it basically what it does is you click on the link. I have it linked down below. You click on the link. It asks you what kind of membership you want to gift. You pick the membership, you purchase the membership, and then it generates a link for you that you can either privately send to the person you want to gift it to, or if you just want it like up for grabs, you can just post it somewhere and let someone just grab it. So those are some new things out there through our Patreon. So if you want to help support the channel, that's a new thing, and we'll see if any gifted Patreon memberships happen right now. Everyone, please like the stream. And we're going to get into some of the news stuff. The shooting yesterday, that was some crazy stuff. Yeah, I guess we're going to check it out. We're back to the news intro. Here it comes right now.
He called me sir and got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
All right, so most of you already know there was an assassination of the CEO of a huge health insurance company. Someone walked up behind him and shot him a bunch of times while he was walking down the street in New York City. He's dead, and they're looking for the gunman now, and at this point, it's certain that it was a targeted attack. This guy was targeted based on who he is and what his company does. And somehow this guy knew, I guess he was in New York City for this meeting, and it was public knowledge, so it wasn't something you had to be an insider to know about. And we're going to check out some video about that.
You are looking at new images of the man wanted for shooting.
Yeah, so he wore a mask, but obviously there's cameras everywhere in Manhattan. So at some point, it was only a matter of time before they got a picture of this guy's face.
And killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson yesterday morning in New York City.
These surveillance images were taken at a hostel where the shooter was staying.
Ah, okay. I wonder, okay, so if he was staying there, did he use a fake ID to like pay for stuff, or do we know who he is now and now they just got to find him? So he didn't live in New York. He traveled there. I'm surprised. I mean, yeah, there's just cameras everywhere. So it was just a matter of time before they traced it back.
As CBS's Jared Hill reports, there are also some new clues about a potential motive.
And we want to warn you, video of the crime is disturbing.
A sign advertising a $10,000 reward for information leading to the shooter of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is taped to a...
Yeah, and by the way, we can't allow like assassinations in the streets, but it's not like I'm shedding a tear over this. You know what I mean? But yeah, someone's going to rat him out. Someone's going to recognize him and rat him out and take the cash. That's going to happen. I mean, if you murder someone, it's illegal no matter who you do it to.
Light pole outside a hostel on New York City's Upper West Side. Police also released these images from the hostel showing the suspect's face. It's the clearest look so far of the man the NYPD has been hunting since Wednesday morning.
We will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case.
Police are using a trail of digital breadcrumbs to...
Yeah, there's cameras all over that area, so they're gonna trace him. It just took 48 hours to figure it out.
Track Thompson's brazen killer. Found at the crime scene, words written on the shell casings.
Yeah, this is crazy. He wrote words on the shell casings that are industry terms for things like deny, defend. What was the other one?
Deny, defend, and depose.
Depose.
Similar to the 3 Ds of insurance, a phrase used by opponents of the industry.
Yeah.
Based on the evidence we have so far, it does appear that the victim was specific.
Deny, defend, oppose.
Targeted. But at this point, we do not know why.
Cameras at a Starbucks captured enough of the suspect before the shooting to run facial recognition. Police say he paid in cash. CBS
He paid in cash, so there was no debit card or anything.
Law enforcement contributor Rodney Harrison says the suspect is experienced with a gun.
Just take a look at his stance and how he had the gun pointed out. He knew what he was doing. The gun jammed. He's able to deal with the malfunction. So it looks like he's very proficient with how to use a firearm.
Harrison.
So is he a hired hitman, or was he, a relative of someone whose insurance got denied and they passed because of it? Is he a former employee? It's hard to know.
Says the NYPD solves about 87% of the cases in this part of the city, so it may only be a matter of time for this one. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
We want to show you some new video now coming in just within the last 15 minutes. Look outside the doors there. You can see what's believed to be the gunman walking out
looks like
of
him.
the subway
Story
station.
is getting more coverage than most health insurance customers.
That's a good one.
We're told that
this isn't going to change anything, but I guess at the very least it can start a conversation about how we need health care reform. But let's see who they trace this back to.
This video was taken about 30 minutes before the shooting. Joining us now, former CPD First Deputy Superintendent Anthony Riccio. It's been nearly 36 hours since the shooting.
What Trump meant when he said, fight, fight, fight. Apparently, some chick was flirting with the guy beforehand. He totally used this to hit that.
Was she? Like out on the street while he was waiting there for the CEO guy to walk by?
We'd love to get your take on this case. Do you believe the shooter could still be in New York City?
I believe he probably is, yeah. There's a network of cameras in New York City that's...
You'd think he'd be trying to get out of there.
Probably better than any in the world. And they're able to track him pretty closely with those cameras.
Okay. We have clear images of his face. Do you think, how are police going to use facial recognition?
So facial recognition is a big help, but a couple things have to happen in order for facial recognition to work. And first of all, you have to have a very clear image of the person that you're trying to identify. The images that I've seen are pretty good.
They're clear enough.
Okay. But secondly, he has to be in a database. He has to have a previous criminal history and be in that database in order for facial recognition to work.
Is it the same situation then also with DNA? Because we're hearing reports that there's a smudged fingerprint.
Right.
So, but if he doesn't have a criminal record or his DNA is not in the system, does that help? Or is it just another clue that you don't have to connect?
I feel the same way about seeing the assassin as I do about seeing a person stealing a can of baby formula in the grocery store. I didn't see nothing.
Well, I mean, you weren't a witness to it anyway, so it doesn't even matter, But yeah, I mean, we can't have like vigilante justice like that. Like I'm against that. I'm against like assassinations in the streets, but I don't know what needs to be done. I wish things were very different. I have to buy health insurance, I've dealt with health insurance companies for a long time, and I have to buy my own because I don't work for a corporation. It's shit. It's terrible. And people with money, they have the luxury of being able to buy the best health care. And then all the people getting rich off of insurance companies making all this money.
This kind of reminds me of the assassination of William McKinley. People are already mad at the system, and people are going after those they think are responsible. Not supporting it, just analyzing it.
Yeah, it's true.
Right, and DNA helps in one of two instances. First, it can help in this situation if his DNA is recovered from something. They said a Starbucks cup, a water bottle. If his DNA is in the database, they can compare the DNA that they recovered from the scene to the DNA in the database and come up with a name. If he's not in the database, they can also get him...
By the way, please give the stream a big like. Thank you.
Once he's in custody, they can compare the DNA on that water bottle to his DNA and confirm, in fact, that is the same person.
And use it then, okay.
Absolutely. And there's one more thing about DNA. These ancestry type databases that people pay, police have and law enforcement has been able to use those and access those in the past. And so he may have just submitted a DNA sample into like an ancestry database that could help identify him as well.
Okay, we have about a minute left. Deny, defend, oppose was written in Sharpie on the shell casings.
Right.
What does that tell you?
It kind of makes you think that the motive might be something related to an insurance claim that was denied, maybe for him, maybe for a loved one.
It might be.
His family.
It definitely is sending a message. Like,
don't commit a crime that can track you with fingerprints if you've ever worked for a government agency. They have your fingerprints on record.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, I mean, obviously, he was sending a message, right? He was sending a message, and it seems to have to do with health insurance, right? So I think it's pretty clear he targeted this guy because of who he is. But what's the history? Is there any?
Offender. It certainly kind of seems that may be the motive. We won't know the motive for certain until he's in custody, but it certainly kind of points in that direction.
All right, Anthony Riccio, former CPD First Deputy, thank you for your expertise in these matters as we follow this case.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, here's a little more on that.
The CEO for United Healthcare is dead in a manhunt.
Yeah, I don't want to play actual footage of it. Oh, well, they stop it before he gets shot, right before.
Appeared to be a random act of violence. The victim was in New York City to speak at an investor conference. It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds.
Now, so far, there's no word on a motive, but police say there could be several clues that were left behind.
ABC's senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky has a look at the evidence.
This is the chilling moment.
Apparently, though, it was public knowledge that this was happening. I don't know if he knew. Somehow he knew where he was staying. And I'm going to skip this part. Yeah.
Jam and begins to fire again. From watching the video, it does seem that he's proficient in the use of firearms, as he was able to clear the malfunctions pretty quickly.
That's him. You know, when he was running, I got like a black gun, and I saw him after he shot him. He ran across the street.
Thompson, a 50-year-old husband and father of two from Minnesota, was shot multiple times in his back and leg. EMTs racing him to the hospital, but it was too late. After the shooting, the killer made his escape on foot through this alleyway. Eventually, he hopped on a bike and pedaled off towards Central Park. A surveillance camera capturing the suspect on that bike in a matter of minutes as he heads up 6th Avenue and is last seen entering Central Park at 6:48 a.m.
The shooter appeared.
So he rode the bike around the block, like down and around this building and then down the street, and then disappeared in Central Park. And then obviously, like, popped out the other side at some point.
Appears to be a light-skinned male. He's wearing a light brown or cream-colored jacket, a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and a very distinctive gray backpack.
Tonight, an urgent search for a killer and his motive. Did he have any known enemies or anyone you've been able to find so far?
We're reaching out to law enforcement in Minnesota.
I love when they do a press conference, but they don't know anything. It's like they're doing a press conference to tell everyone that they don't know anything.
And we're also interviewing his colleagues and family members to see if there have been any specific threats against him in the past.
Thompson's wife, Paulette, issuing a statement to ABC News saying, "We are shattered to hear about the senseless killing of our beloved Brian. Brian was an incredibly loving, generous, talented man who truly lived life to the fullest and touched so many lives. Most importantly, Brian was an incredibly loving father to our two sons and will be greatly missed." His wife not confirming whether there had been threats against her husband, but 3 different Minnesota law enforcement agencies told ABC News there had been no reports of threats against Thompson. Sources tell ABC News investigators believe a cell phone, candy wrapper, and water bottle found near the hotel are linked to the shooter. Detectives also
candy wrapper
recovered 3 live rounds and 3 spent rounds from a 9mm gun.
And we will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case.
The targeted shooting just blocks from Rockefeller Center, where tonight tens of thousands are gathering for the annual Christmas tree lighting. The NYPD is trying to reassure them.
Millions of people will be enjoying the tree lighting tonight, among other holiday events, and the NYPD will be out there with them, keeping them safe.
Dozens of NYPD investigators are scouring the city for evidence. They're investigating whether the shooting was a result of some kind of grudge, either against Thompson himself or his company. Aaron Katursky, ABC
I think it
News,
might just be the company in general, but I guess we'll see. We'll see if there are skeletons in his closet. Here's a little more.
They did just mention those shell casings with the word delay and deny written on them. Investigator Masa Saidi looks into what that means and if that could point.
By the way, please like the stream if you haven't already. It's very important. It's free and it helps out the channel a lot.
A possible motive.
Markers show the location of the shell casings after insurance CEO Brian Thompson's murder.
So obviously it has to do with this guy working for, like, being the head of this company. The question was it because he happened to be the head of the company, or was there some dirty dealings going on where he was specifically targeted, not just for being, like, having the job that he had?
Sources say a Sharpie was used to meticulously write words including delay and deny on the bullets. While the motive is not known, officials are examining the significance of the words.
When I saw that immediately, I thought, oh my God.
Plaintiff's attorney John Tully.
I don't mean just how he profited for being part of a scumbag business. I don't mean just that. Unfortunately, that's the way it's been for a very long time. And there's plenty of other people that do it too. Was it something he was specifically dealing in? I don't know.
He says delay, deny, defend is a common phrase in his industry. It's the title of a popular book critical of tactics allegedly used by insurers. In 2010, the author wrote insurance companies delay payment, deny claims, then defend their actions in court.
The book basically outs the insurance's game plan. So the game plan is we need to frustrate these people so much.
Yeah, is it someone who's just like he's militantly against the concept of health insurance, for-profit health insurance companies? Or is it like, oh, that dude specifically is like the worst of the worst?
That even if they are saying in the beginning, I'm not going to take a penny less, or I'm not going to stop fighting until I get what I'm supposed to get, well, the insurance company is going to make their life hell from the beginning.
This year,
yeah, the way it is now with like Affordable Care Act, it's better than it was before the Affordable Care Act, but it's still like you use a marketplace to purchase a for-profit healthcare plan, and then the government subsidizes it based on your income, and that lowers your premium. It's ridiculous. We shouldn't be paying the government, or the government shouldn't be paying these health insurance companies to like give us a discount on their premiums.
United Healthcare Group facing fierce criticism at the company's headquarters in Minnesota in July.
The government should have its own healthcare option that we like pay a premium into collectively.
The insurer of systematically denying claims. In October, the scathing report from a Senate panel that claimed, quote, United Healthcare's prior authorization denial rate for post-acute care surged.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember the time before Obamacare when pre-existing conditions got you denied health insurance. Like, oh, you had this illness before we started insuring you, so we're sorry, we can't treat that illness, which is ridiculous. So that at least, it was, the Affordable Care Act was a step in the right direction, at least, you know, but it definitely should be, we should not be, the government should be subsidizing these companies to make money to, you know, for their shareholders.
From roughly 11% in 2020 to nearly 23% in 2022. Right now, police have not made any connection between Thompson's death and these complaints.
Being a father of two, obviously.
You can want to do it. It's okay to want to do it. I don't think doing it's not going to change anything. Maybe it'll start a conversation like we're having right now, but most of us already realize this, right? So it's just going to end up making the people that hold these kind of opinions about for-profit healthcare look barbaric. So I don't agree with we shouldn't deal with assassinations. Like, that shouldn't be how we get our point across.
Watching this happen to this person was just absolutely tragic. It's just a horrible situation all around, and my heart truly bleeds for him and his family.
I mean, yeah, he was making a shitload of money off of it and everything, and claims were getting denied and whatever. That's it. Yeah, and that's encouraged. But shouldn't we also blame the government that allows this to be our healthcare infrastructure? Aren't they more responsible because we elect them, but they allow it to happen because they take money from these kind of companies? Aren't they more responsible than this guy in some ways? It's hard to blame people for buying it if that's the best they can get. And for a while, it was mandated. Like, you had to buy the health care, otherwise they, like, penalized you on your tax return.
Masa, the company has said that they're working with the NYPD on here. What more have we learned about the company and also its CEO?
So last month, the DOJ did sue this company, alleging them of violating antitrust laws. Of course, this is a huge company. They provide coverage for nearly 49 million Americans, or more than 49 million Americans. Mr. Thompson had been there for many years. He was
49 million insured customers. They're customers. They're bodies, right?
Was appointed the CEO in 2021.
I think insurance just in general is the dumbest thing. You're basically buying air. You have to pay them no matter what, or you don't get to keep your insurance. But then when it's time for you to make a claim, they try to get out of it. I've dealt with, like, I was injured in a car accident, and I I was injured in a car accident and dealt with the insurance company of the woman that caused the accident with me, and they tried to, like, flip it around on me, trying to claim it was my fault, and they weren't going to help even pay for the repairs to my car. So I went and got a lawyer, and then they ended up paying me like tens of thousands of dollars after that. All because they refuse to, like, pay some very basic things. So that's just how insurance companies operate. They think you'll just not want to do the footwork. It's the same with the health insurance too. Like, you don't want to do the footwork. You don't want to push back. You don't want to, like, you're just going to, like, roll over and do what they want you to do. It's about, like, maximizing how much money they take in and minimizing how much they pay out.
Well liked by so many people. He was a father, just devastating as they try to figure out, Christine, why this happened.
All right, Masa, thank you for that insight. And of course, we have been on top of this.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't have car insurance, and that's why I have to, like, I get full coverage, because what if I get into an accident with someone who doesn't have insurance, or they, like, drive off and they're not held accountable for it, then I have no car, you know? So because of that kind of stuff, because the whole system is so fucked up, it's the same thing with health insurance too. Like, I'm getting older. I have, like, not like life-threatening health issues, but ones that need to be taken care of or they'll get worse. So I'm put in this position where I have to pay for this garbage. Luckily, I've been kind of lucky with the health insurance stuff.
Delay, deny, defend is a common saying in healthcare about how to maximize profits.
Yes.
He twisted to say, deny, defend, depose on the bullet case.
Yeah, he wanted to depose them. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's the 3 Ds of making your insurance company a lot of money. Minimizing your payout. Someone sent me this video. I don't know who this guy is. I've never heard of him before. His name is Tom Powell Jr. Maybe some of you watch him. Someone recommended this video, and he has an opinion about the whole thing. I think it's at least, we'll listen to what he has to say. I agreed with most of it. We'll listen to what he has to say, and you guys can let me know in the form of, hopefully, Streamlabs, what you agree or disagree with what he says here. Here he is.
All right, let's talk about the United Healthcare CEO getting assassinated in New York. This is going to be a longer video, and it's going to be a bit of a rambling video, but We have a lot to cover with this one. You have probably heard by now that Brian Johnson, the 50-year-old CEO of United Healthcare, was assassinated at 6 a.m. This week. Yesterday, day before? I forget what it was now.
I don't know anything about this guy. This is the only video of his I've ever seen.
Outside of the building where the shareholders of his company were getting ready to have like a meeting about their earnings and their numbers. Gentleman walked up behind him with a pistola and a silencer and unalived him on the street.
He unalived him.
It's now being reported that various words were written on the shell casing. Words like delay, deny, and depose. The assailant took off first on foot, then on an e-bike, heading for Central Park. They're still looking for the guy. They've released some pictures of him from some various surveillance footage.
Watch him be in Canada already.
And that's kind of like the underlying information of the incident. So now let's talk about the incident. Probably going to lose some followers here. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully my followers have enough of an open mind that they'll hear what I'm saying.
He's coughing a lot.
Am I going to shed a fucking tear that this guy is no longer walking the earth? No. No, I'm not.
I mean, I don't even do that for people who I don't really know that are like good people, as far as I can tell. Like, if I don't know somebody and they die, I could be like, oh, that's tragic, but I'm not going to shed a tear for them.
Am I going to celebrate the assailant's actions? Also no. Because that's not who we're supposed to be. I get it. He did horrible things, right? They denied claims. United Healthcare, I believe, has the highest rate of claim denial, and this gentleman was actually involved with utilizing artificial intelligence to deny claims for bogus reasons in order to boost the bottom line. I understand that.
Some businesses / entities just should not make a profit. There's like certain things that like the quest to like maximize the revenue for something shouldn't be linked to certain essential things, in my opinion.
But this isn't who we're supposed to be, and this changes nothing. I see people on this app celebrating the assailant's moves. Once again, we're not talking about the fact that this guy's no longer living. I'm not going to shed a tear for this guy. But celebrating the assailant's move, saying we need more of this, saying that we need a revolution, that is going to get us nowhere. Let me ask you a question. Did this guy's death get us one step closer to universal health care? No. Did this guy's death mean that your claims are suddenly going to be approved and you're not going to have to pay?
No, it's not going to affect anything in any like meaningful way other than we're having the conversation that we've already had. The entire system has to be like gutted and reformed from the ground up.
Pay an absorbent amount of money for the healthcare that you've received? No. Jesus fucking Christ, they didn't even delay the fucking meeting.
Yeah, they went and their dude got murdered in cold blood on the street, and they had the meeting anyway. That's mind-blowing to me. That does show how cold they are. They don't even have empathy for each other.
The dude was killed at 6 a.m. The meeting went off at 8 a.m. like planned. Which, rightfully so, a lot of content creators have pointed out the fact that that is the most stark evidence yet that these companies don't give a shit about you. We understand that. They don't give a shit about you. If you drop this morning, the ad for the replacement position for you will be in the paper tonight. In the paper. I'm dating myself there. It'll be on the websites tonight.
No, the paper.
We know they don't give a shit about us. But is this what we've become? We want people hunted down in the streets? Let me just remind you of one thing when it comes to this gentleman. Dude had 2 kids. 16 and 18. Dude had 2 fucking kids. But Tom, people who have been denied claims and who've lost loved ones, they had family members too. I understand it. I'm not saying this guy's a good guy. When Rush Limbaugh died, I said, good. Tom, you celebrate the fact that Ashley Babbitt was pew-pewed. She was actively attacking our nation's capital. I would celebrate it if she did it. I would celebrate it if a foreign national was in that same position and got pew-pewed. I'd celebrate it if it was Barack Obama going through the fucking window and got pew-pewed, if he was actively attacking our nation's capital.
We'll see.
It's not the same circumstance. Tom, this guy did horrible things. I understand he did horrible things. This is not how you affect change. We could load up the vans right now and go hunt down every CEO on the fucking planet. We could say, if you're a CEO of a major corporation, that's it. By the end of the week, you're all gone. It'll change nothing. The next group of millionaires will take their spot. We could go hunt them all down tonight. And guess what's going to happen? We're all going to go back to the same houses we've been living in and driving the same cars we've been driving to get up to go to work, to the same job we went to the day before. Nothing is going to change. We can enact change through the legal process if we can find people that actually want to represent us to be elected. We can enact change through making sure that we get money out of politics, making sure that lobbyists stop controlling our elected officials. And it's going to take time. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but hunting people down in the streets, that's what we're celebrating? Celebrating. We need more of this. I can't get on board with that. I can't. I mean, not even close to being the same thing, okay? But for 20 years, my wife worked in the agriculture industry, and she shipped bulk agricultural commodities from the United States to China, Vietnam, various countries in Southeast Asia, right? Farm products, agricultural commodities grown in the United States. There are people on this planet, there are people in this country that are livid that we sell anything to any foreign nations, and that should all stay here. That's for Americans. There are Americans going hungry in the street, and you're shipping thousands upon thousands upon thousands of tons of agricultural commodities to Asia. What if somebody looked at my wife as being evil enough and harming their family who was going hungry enough that she should be gunned down in the streets? Because somebody out there thinks that. We can say how bad of a human being this person was. We can say how bad the things were that he did as far as denying claims and how many people that they hurt.
It is a really bad comparison that he made, for sure.
We can talk about how he was getting ready to step into a shareholders meeting in which they were going to brag about, I believe it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $50 billion in profit, as they're denying people's claims. We can rail away against all of that. Hell, I know I have United Healthcare. It's not the best.
It's not the best. Apparently, it's among the worst.
But we cannot get to a point where we're talking about how happy we are that somebody got fucking hunted down in the streets. Then we begin to devolve as a society.
I agree with that there. I don't believe in, like, assassinating people who are, like, not, like... I don't believe, like, assassinating CEOs is a good idea. But
then we get to break down into anarchy and chaos. The rule of law is out the fucking window. Society is out the fucking window. And we're all sitting around wishing we had as much law and order as they had in the Wild West. I am not shedding a tear for this fucking guy. I feel bad for his kids. And maybe that's just me getting older, man. And that might be what it is. Maybe it's just me getting older. Dude had a fucking 16-year-old. I have a 13-year-old son. I can't...
We need to get the corporate money out of our politics and then have actual people who are elected crack down on this sort of stuff rather than like be paid for by it.
Bad people departing the earth is nothing to lose sleep over. Celebrating, hunting those bad people down, and assassinating them in the streets, I'll never get on board with that.
How do we do that? There has to be a reformation of how, like, lobbying has to be eliminated, and like corporate campaign contributions probably need to be reformed. I'm not an expert on that, so I can't say exactly what has to happen, but like the fact that they can basically buy the government and then I mean, like, the whole system has to be overhauled. Something has to be completely changed there. I don't know who the guy's name is. Tom Powell Jr. I'd never heard of him before. Someone suggested this, so I played it. Let me take a look at his channel. He has 22,000 subscribers, almost 23,000. And I don't think he's got, it's not like a huge channel, but he gets, you know, viewership here and there. Yeah. What else we got? Oh my God. Who the fuck? Like, who the fuck would buy cryptocurrency from the Tuah girl? Like, why do people buy these, like, weird meme cryptos from, like, like the Paul brothers and like Ice Poseidon, and I remember Sam Pepper for a long time was doing it. So now Tuah girl is selling crypto, and it was just like a rug pull. People started buying into it, and then the people at the top of it just pulled the rug. And she was doing some kind of Twitter live chat thing, whatever that shit's called on Twitter, where you can like do like a chat with like a bunch of people. She was doing one of those with the people she created the meme coin with. And that guy CoffeeZilla came in and confronted her about it. Here's that.
From the community, happy to answer any
questions.
I have questions.
I have questions. I'm raising my hand. Hey guys.
What CoffeeZilla?
Hey, this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
Okay, then why the fuck are you on? She told a BJ joke, and people are buying crypto from her. She's famous for telling a BJ joke.
Been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No. That's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
No, it's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
yeah, we know. We trust me. We were there. We can answer that.
You know about the insider trading?
He's like, oh, did you just admit that you knew about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
Okay, so there's tokens going directly from the main account.
CoffeeZilla, just chill for a second.
And then it's getting sold for $50K. Who is that?
Definitely not us. You think we're doing this for $50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talking to the wrong guy. You're used to these bullshit scammers out here. Not us. Now, we had...
That's what everyone says, by the way.
Listen, doesn't matter. No, I'm not everyone. There was a strategic allocation, right, through...
I would never sell my own cryptocurrency. I would never do that. I did mint a few NFTs just for fun, and I never tried to sell them or do anything with them.
Foundation. Every single one of those was...
I have a Dynor NFT.
Signed through a SAFT. The deployer wallet. You've heard of strategic allocation.
Strategic allocation.
Or a private
How much
sale.
did y'all get doing a pre-sale? How much did y'all make?
It's not that
Selling
we
out
made.
your fans. So
over here.
By the way, please like the stream. Give the stream a like.
Can you give hold on, CoffeeZilla. Take a chill pill, brother.
So y'all just rug pulled a bunch of people.
No, there's no rug. We're here every single day. There's no
rug because I pulled it.
Rug pulled, and it's not done by us. Yes, snipers sniped it up to an insane market cap.
No, it's
and
not
dumped
just
it.
snipers.
That was not us. That was
You know that.
Listen. No. I'm telling you the truth.
And y'all made millions on fees from this little scheme.
There's not a.
I'm sure that's not you getting those fees, right?
Who's
making the money on the fees? Who's making millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the project. So we can keep this thing going for years. Okay. That's how do you think? There's so many expenses.
Who makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteora pools, and that goes to the creator, right?
Which is who? Who does that who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project.
I like how she hasn't said shit since the beginning. Why are you here? And that's the last thing she said.
Right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here. Haley Welch, right?
Haley Welch.
And
how much does Haley Welch own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
So she owns all of it.
CoffeeZilla.
Did she just make $1 million on fees on a rug?
Do you know how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman Islands to hire directors? You think this?
They started a foundation in the Cayman Islands. Does that not sound sketchy in of itself? Why is it in the Cayman Islands?
Pays for itself, right?
So y'all wanted to make the money on day one? I don't understand. I'm just asking.
We're here every single day.
Millions of dollars.
Like none of these people live in the Cayman Islands, so why is it headquartered there?
Day 2, day 3. This is how you run a project forever. Is you have to fund that. First of all, over here can speak to the extensive amount of work and time and people that are on.
Is this guy, the guy who's talking right now, is his profile picture an NFT? Is that what that is? Like those weird, ugly, like chimpanzee looking NFTs?
This project over here has around 18 people working on this right now as we speak. This is not a small time type of nothing. We're really trying to do something here and not just do it for one day and do it for 2 days like you're used to.
So who made the money? You haven't answered the question. Who made the money? How much did Haley Welch make of that 1.8 million?
She is just keeping her mouth shut right now.
It's a foundation that is running this project.
How much does she own of it?
It's a foundation. She owns 0 of the foundation.
So y'all made the money?
No, I don't own it.
So you all made the money?
Foundation either. A foundation.
It's a foundation in the Cayman Islands. It's not even a company. It's just a foundation. It's a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit in the Cayman Islands.
Who profited? Over $1 million was just made.
I'm telling you, a foundation that pays people out. And
a foundation that pays people out. Did you hear that? He started a foundation in the Cayman Islands that pays people out. What does that mean? Is he trying to like tax free all their income? A foundation. Is it like a nonprofit? Is that what this is? Was that their idea?
By the way, CoffeeZilla, I'm not asking you, questions that are irrelevant to the most important stuff that you said. Who cares where fees go? It goes to bills.
Who cares where fees go?
Charging 15%. It goes to accounts. It goes to directors.
You're charging 15%.
They were charging fees for the transactions.
Staff,
on a rug pool,
right?
and you're profiting from the
There's
rug
no
pool. I
rug
think it's
pull
relevant.
because we didn't pull a rug. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. Yeah, that's defamation.
Doc,
You're saying,
do the math. Do the math.
Defamation. You're saying that we pulled the rug. There was no rug pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not going to let me talk? You just talk over me. You talk over me.
I'm hearing bullshit. So why?
No,
why
you're
am I
not. You're
gonna take it
talking over
seriously?
me. Let me just lay out your tokenomics. You guys released 3%.
Tokenomics. I had never heard that term before. I watched this earlier.
Into the Meteora pool, where you have 17% of the token allocation unlocked day one from your strategic allocation. Are you guys insane? What do you guys think exactly is going to happen when your insiders get sent their tokens? And by the way, who made the money from your 17% pre-sale while you're giving a tiny piece of the pie to the public? Like, what the hell? This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
It's not a scam.
The tokenomics are a scam. That's my opinion. You can say whatever you want about it. You can cry defamation. That's my opinion. It's a scam.
There it is. We didn't hear much from Hawk Tuah girl. She was quiet. God, what a nightmare. I've seen this happen so many times. It's just a no-brainer, like, to not buy this kind of shit. It's a no-brainer to not buy, like, e-celebrities cryptocurrency. I'm not sure what kind of consequences she could face, if any. I know Ice Poseidon did a rug pull and made a whole bunch of money. There's been a bunch of like e-celebrity rug pulls and I don't think anyone did any time or got prosecuted or anything. I'm not sure. I'm not aware of one instance of that happening. Everyone, please like the stream. Let's see what's going on in the world of South Korea.
We are following developing situation in South Korea. Their president has lifted martial law he imposed after the parliament defied him by voting to overturn it. It began when President Yoon...
I didn't know this guy was such a clown, but now I'm learning more about him. That it was some kind of weird power grab, and then the parliament just showed up and was like, no, you can't do that.
Suk-yeol made an unannounced address to the nation declaring martial law while accusing his political opposition of sympathizing with North Korea. Following the order, the military announced political gatherings would be suspended. Despite that, enough members of parliament were able to meet and vote to block the martial law decree. Charlie D'Agata joins us now from the Pentagon. Charlie, thank you for making time for us. Can you walk us through how we got to this moment and what has happened since the martial law was ordered?
Ouija, nice to see you again. It has been a tumultuous day. You know, the night ended in South Korea with the South Korean president declaring martial law. It took everybody by surprise. It took South Korea by surprise. Obviously, North Korea took the Pentagon, State Department, White House. Nobody was expecting this.
They got those night gargle visions right there.
That martial law went into effect immediately. And as you said, banning protests, any kind of political dissent, taking control of the media. And it lasted for a fair few hours because...
A few hours. There was martial law for a few hours.
Yes, the parliament came in, as many as could.
I'm glad that they came in. Wow.
Late at night, early in the morning.
They're like, we have to get in here.
190 of 300 something came in by unanimous decision, reversed that. But apparently under South Korean law, they may reverse it. It's then up to the president to go ahead and accept that reversal. And about 6 hours later, he said, okay, we'll agree to take that order back. So, but for a tumultuous 6 hours, the country was under martial law order. And this is a major military ally of the United States. There are 28,500 troops there at bases throughout South Korea. So this is something that the Pentagon was closely monitoring. I can tell you, Pentagon officials tell me that the
anything more. I think I have some info on a possible impeachment.
South Korea's president may hold on to power after all, despite his widely criticized martial law order. Members of his People Power Party say they
The People Power Party? Is that really what it's called? Is that really the name of his party? The People Power Party?
Are against a motion to impeach Yoon Suk-yeol, but opposition leaders are hoping to change some minds before the weekend vote. Lawmakers and protesters descended on Parliament late Tuesday after Yoon's declaration, only to be met by hundreds of soldiers. The president rescinded his martial law decree a few hours later amid fierce backlash.
심지어 윤석열 정권은 국회의사당에
The Yoon administration attempted to seize control of the National Assembly by deploying approximately 250 elite martial law troops to the parliamentary building.
Elite martial law troops.
용서할 수도 없고.
This is an
They had cool night gargle visions.
unforgivable crime, one that cannot, should not, and will not be pardoned.
Meanwhile, South Korea's defense minister is the latest political casualty from the debacle. President Yoon accepted his resignation early Thursday.
Jesus.
And I spoke a short time ago with CNN's senior international correspondent Ivan Watson at the National Assembly in Seoul about what comes next.
Rosemary, it's less than 48 hours ago that President Yoon declared martial law on Commissioner.
Koreans of the experience of the 1980s. And the 1980s were, of course, a critical decade in which essentially the democratic movement got its impetus and led up ultimately to the overturning of authoritarian leadership.
Here's a little more.
Tonight, pressure growing on the leader of one of America's key allies.
I guess they're voting on Saturday to see if they're going to impeach
in
him.
South Korea, including outside the National Assembly, demanding the impeachment of President Yoon Suk-yeol.
People are gathered on the steps of the National Assembly where just 24 hours ago this extraordinary chain of events was set off.
Yoon facing backlash over his brief failed bid to impose martial law to stop what he called...
I saw this one video where a soldier tried to take this guy's phone and he just like pushed him. Like the guy was like, nope, you're not taking my phone, bitch.
Pro-North Korean forces inside the government. His move rejected by lawmakers. But not before it sparked...
This woman's grabbing this guy's rifle.
Including confrontations with police. At one point, hundreds of
they got 2 sets of night gargle visions
moving into the assembly through smashed windows. The U.S. saying it had no warning of the president's move. Secretary of State Blinken tonight.
We're obviously watching the developments very closely. This is one of our closest partners and allies around the world.
A vote among lawmakers could happen as early as Friday. While President Yoon's party doesn't have a majority in the legislature, neither does the opposition. So people from his own party would need to vote against him.
They need those night gargle visions.
If that happens and he's suspended, it moves to constitutional court, where ultimately it's judges who determine whether to impeach him.
Thanks for watching.
All right, I think I have a little more on this.
We turn our focus now to South Korea, where police say they're investigating claims of treason against the country's president and another top minister after a failed attempt to impose martial law. The incident has thrown the country into political crisis. It sparked outrage among South Koreans. Opposition lawmakers are now set to vote on impeaching the president over the weekend. But Yoon's ruling party said it will oppose that motion. Remy Inocencio is there.
Errol, good morning. Yes, more political earthquakes rattling through South Korea here. And we know a big one is coming this Saturday. A vote to impeach President Yoon Suk-yeol has been set in the legislature, the National Assembly. That's set for Saturday, 7 p.m. local time. And that is, of course, in reaction to that shock declaration of martial law.
I just watched a Jimmy Payne video. I can't remember, either yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. And he talked about the gargles again. And him and James butted heads a bunch of times.
Late Tuesday night. That's
no, James.
Sparked clashes outside the legislature between civilians and legislators on one side with the military and police on the other. But Yoon may, in fact, survive this weekend's vote. And that's because lawmakers in his party, known as the People Power Party, have said that they will, in effect, circle the wagons, unite and block the president's impeachment, which is being pushed by the opposition Democratic Party. And they actually do have the numbers to do this, Errol. They could lose 7 of their own members, and they could still block impeachment. If that happens, we're expecting major protests to kick off here. Yoon, we know, is deeply unpopular.
All right, well, I guess we'll see what happens on Saturday. Here's yelling match erupts at hearing on Trump assassination attempt. So I guess we'll see what that's about.
You endangered
You are
President
out of
Biden's
line,
life,
Congressman.
Vice President
You are out of
Harris's
line.
life because you put those agents out of position.
Mr.
Did you
Chairman.
have
A yelling match erupted during a congressional hearing today. Congressman Pat Fallon accused acting Secret Service Director Ronald Rowe of undercutting the standard safety procedures when he attended a 9/11 memorial event, positioning himself closer to President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. This hearing was supposed to be about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. And earlier in the day, the director admitted that the agency dropped the ball before that July rally in Pennsylvania even began.
The quality of the advance work and preparation for the Butler Farm Show visit absolutely did not meet the expected standards of this agency. Let me be clear. There will be accountability.
Disciplinary measures. Rowe says he's taking steps to make sure that similar failings do not happen again, including expanding the use of drones and ensuring a unified command at one location for all protective sites.
Jesus. All right. Yeah. If they fail, we'll have President J.D. Vance. If they fail to protect Trump for the next 4 years. I am going to take a quick restroom break. I will be right back. right, we're back. All right, we're back. Thanks for sticking around. Let's check out. Here's how Trump plans to bring down gas prices. Let's see what this is about.
I'm Atrell Nashar in Washington with a look at how President-elect Trump plans to carry out one of his biggest campaign promises, lower gas prices.
Drivers haven't been shy about being fed up with gas prices.
4 years ago, I was paying $2.27 a gallon of gas. Today, I'm paying $3.86.
After peaking at $5 per gallon in June of 2022, gas prices have dropped and stabilized as U.S. oil production is back to record highs. The Monday before Election Day, a gallon averaged $3.06. On the campaign,
$3.06 would be so cheap here. It should be uniformly the same price. Besides, like, local taxes, like, the market price of gas should be the same across, at least across, like, the lower 48 states. I get it that, like, Alaska and Hawaii are kind of remote, so maybe different there, but we have airports all over and we have freeways everywhere. It should be like the same price. It shouldn't change so dramatically, like, based on different locations, aside from, like, if the local government taxes it, there's not too much that could be done about that.
campaign trail.
Yeah, but the pricing, the location-based pricing has almost nothing to do with, like, the cost to get it there. They just know, if they know that if people have more money in certain places, that they can get away with charging a higher price.
Elect Trump promised to cut energy prices by at least half within a year of taking office.
To achieve this rapid reduction in energy costs, I will declare a national emergency to allow us to dramatically increase energy production. You know what we're going to do? We're going to drill, baby, drill.
Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan says it's not that simple.
The president can declare.
I'm looking at, like, nearby gas stations to me. 383, 399, 415, 419. The closer ones to me are like 430. Jesus, man.
Emergency. That doesn't mean oil companies are going to respond to it. There's still plenty of opportunity for oil companies to raise production, and that's why I don't think it's very feasible that the president would really be able to do much.
We have a really high gas tax in Washington State.
To cut energy prices.
Oh, you know what? Is it mono?
The CEO of ExxonMobil said
it is. It's mono. The video's in mono. Fuck it. It doesn't even matter. Fuck this. Fuck this. Yeah, I know. I could have fixed it, but fuck it, man. Yeah, it's like on the West Coast, the cost of gas is really high. I remember when I lived in Albuquerque, the gas was way cheaper in Albuquerque than it was in Santa Fe, which was only like an hour drive north from there. It was such a drastic difference. There's no explicable reason why it was so much higher. I don't know. Okay. We're going to check out some other stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you, the people, vote here. Give me just a second here. By the way, if you would be so kind as to start a tip train, I would really appreciate it. Use the link pinned at the top of the chat. Send a couple dollars to help us with the weekly goal. It's right there. I'm putting up a poll here. Putting one more option in it here. Now I'll just do these three for now. So there it is. Vote on it. Daniel Songer. I'll tell you what, I'll take $5 and up dono requests for videos that you want to see. Like you can just name someone and I'll play it. Please vote in the poll though. I'll leave up the poll for like 5 minutes or so here. Also, please like the stream. I'm drinking a sparkling water. It's pretty close in the voting. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the votes. Why would you guys want to vote for Jessica? Cobra Manatee. I'm going to close the voting really soon here. Mead made with Perrier. Hell yeah. Make me some of that.
One emo howling wolf racist freak out, please.
Okay.
My good sir.
All right. I will do that. By the way, Big Diesel, dude, you need to get this jersey when they put this out there for this player. Oh shit, you can't see it. Hold on. Right there. What's his name? Do you Noah? I Noah. He's gonna play for Michigan State on their team, so not the University of Michigan, but Michigan State. Say his name? Noah. His name's Noah, apparently. All right. All right, I'm going to grab some emo Howling Wolf too. Oh my God. Hate it when it does this shit. Anyway, I'm going to end the voting. Looks like we're getting Cobra. Yeah, by the way, yeah, you can sign up. By the way, the way it works now is like your pledge lasts from the time you start it. It used to start on the 1st of every month, but now if you sign up for Patreon, it starts on the day you sign up and ends a month after that. So you just get charged once, and then, you know, a month later, like 30 days later, you get charged again, is how it works. And then also we have Patreon gifting now, where you can gift other people patronage. Like you can create a link and gift, like, you know, 10 5-tier memberships on it, and then post the link publicly, and everyone can click, like the first 5 people that click on it get the free membership. It's interesting. All right, let's do shit. We will watch Cobra, but obviously we have to do this now because we got a dono, and I would like more donos for suggestions.
Account other than a 2010
Hold on.
Holland Wolf account. You're being played.
Good. Yeah, because you're a black little fuck that needs his fucking face rearranged.
She got mad.
You're an NIGD. You know the rest of the word.
What's going on, JR?
He is the true definition of the N-word. He's a true definition of the N-word.
Didn't know that.
Loaded with niggas.
Yeah, he's mad as shit.
Yeah, because you're a nigger! You're a nigger piece of shit!
I want
Oh my God.
With niggas.
I don't know.
I'm only racist when people deserve it.
I'm only racist when
people deserve it.
And scumbags like Dragonaut, he is that.
I've heard 3.
You fucking troll ass nigger.
Oh my God, emo.
So good night, everybody, and fuck off.
All right, so there's that one. Oh shit, I don't want to watch this. I was gonna autoplay Wrestling with Regret. Okay, so, and then I have one other one before we watch Cobra. Where is it? Right here.
And if you're watching it on any other account other than a 2010 Emo Holland Wolf account, you're being played. You guys are fucking lowlives. You know that? You're fucking lowlives. Every one of you. Whoever just fucking did that, you're a fucking faggot. You deserve to be shot. You deserve fucking death. You're a fucking scumbag. You're a fucking lowlife fucking scumbag. You think it's funny to fucking swat people. You know what? You're just a pathetic fucking loser. That's all you are. A pathetic, low-life fucking loser. You'll be a fucking loser today, a fucking loser tomorrow, a fucking loser tomorrow.
In the spirit of the season and the marijuana gods, have yourself a merry little smoke sesh.
I will. Yeah, I do tricks for money. So you guys can just suggest things. I don't know. I do have the Zap collar still. So that's another thing. Whatever you want to do.
You're damn lucky they don't come into my house one of these days with fucking guns blazing and fucking kill me, because that's what you wanted. That's what you would have liked. You would have liked to have seen me got arrested. You would have liked to have seen the fucking guy shoot me. So you know what? You fucking deserve death. You deserve to be fucking shot. You're a low-life fucking faggot, okay? I'll say that again. And you know what? So what if I'm a racist? Okay? So what? Jesus, Justin. Okay? So fucking what? You want to make fun of me? You want to belittle me? You know what? What you just did makes you a low-life fucking piece of shit. Makes you beyond being a fucking piece of shit. Makes you the lowest form of humanity.
Oh, the humanity.
Lie to them and say I take pills? Lie to them? You better find out. You better hope, I pray, I never find out which one of you cocksuckers did this. Because I'll fucking swat you. Or I'll fucking kill you. I'll get my hands on you and I'll wring your fucking neck. Because that's what you fucking deserve. So what if I'm a racist? Okay? So what? Jesus, Justin. Did you get your entertainment tonight? Did you pay the dancing bear? Did you have a good time? So what if I'm a racist? Okay? So what? Jesus, Justin. Did you have a real good fucking time? So what if I'm a racist? Okay? So what? Jesus, Justin.
I think I can hear Mike be like, ha, da, da, da.
You little fucking faggot! So what if I'm a racist? Okay? So what?
He's just such an angry man.
Jesus, Justin. Low-life fucking faggots! That's what you are! You're all low-life fucking faggots! Okay? A low-life fucking faggots! You all need to fucking die! You understand? You all need to fucking die! So what if I'm a racist? Okay? So what?
Okay. Hey, if you're not worried about it, that's up to you. Okay, so there we go. We got some crazy emo rants. And now we are going to check out the Cobra verse. Here it is.
Somewhere in the world today, men have got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. Stand up.
It's amazing.
Stand up.
It's amazing.
Stand up.
With your boy King Cobra back at it with another video. Trump's reform policy for transgender affirming care is going to piss a lot of people off.
Oh, God.
But here's the thing of it. I actually agree with it. It's not transphobic, it's common sense. For one, making the government pay for your transgender surgery is kind of messed
That doesn't happen.
up when they could be using that money to help out the homeless.
They wouldn't use extra money to help out the homeless.
And things of that nature.
I don't know.
And two, letting kids fully transition is so messed up. It's mutilation. You got to protect the minors.
Yeah, it's very rare that something like that would happen.
That's all I'm saying. Hear me out, you two. Before you call me a bigot, if kids are not old enough to smoke tobacco and drink alcohol, get tattoos or vote, then they're not old enough to transition.
Pretty sure like teenagers can get tattoos with their parents' permission, but that's a completely different topic. Yeah. It doesn't really...
Kids do not know what they want. They will gravitate and feed off of what the adults are doing. So this whole trans thing is super popular, and kids just want to fit in and get acceptance. They'll gravitate towards it. That's why grooming them is so fucked up. And here's the thing of it. You can teach kids to be tolerant of LGBTQ+, without convincing them that they're in the wrong body. It's like, let them make that decision for themselves. And quite frankly, it's messed up, because when I was a kid, I never had to worry about shit like this. I wasn't intolerant of it, but at the same time, I wasn't questioning my own shit like that either. So what happens when a kid decides that they're transgender? Well,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let them cross-dress and experiment with it, but that's as far as it goes. Just the cross-dressing. The hormone replacement, the puberty blockers, fuck all of that. It's disastrous because they're pumping hormones into our children's food, which causes them to hit puberty way too early. Super unhealthy, by the way. And then your puberty blockers prevent it from happening on top of it. That's like an imbalance of all kinds of chemicals and shit. It's so messed up. And these people, we'll call them people because it's polite. I don't want to assume anyone's gender.
You call them people because they are people.
And get canceled. They're so quick to have acceptance and tolerance that some of these more extremist assholes will say, and they don't stop and think, oh, well, kids are stupid, they don't know what they want in life, they're probably just trying to find acceptance and get attention. It's stupid, it's what it is. Now what happens when your kid decides, well, they're no longer trans, but you've already gone through with the surgery? Detransitioning is a lot harder than transitioning, period. And it's like kids don't understand the concept of gender and trans. And neither do the adults, quite frankly, because they'll say shit like, gender is fluid. And I'm like, no, gender is not a fluid. Fluid is a liquid.
Oh my God. Okay.
Gender is not a social concept. Gender is based in biology. And biology doesn't give a fuck about your pronouns. And you want proof to what I'm saying is true? Well, think about this. The biggest argument that trans people love to make is that gender is not defined by genitalia. Well, if that were true, then why do you modify yours to look like the opposite sex? Well, I'll say the opposite gender because sex and gender are different. Fuck sickos. Let me ask you this. Would you let your kids smoke cigarettes? And would you buy it for them? Of course not, knowing how highly addictive tobacco is and how it has disastrous consequences for your body, and some of the shit that cigarettes give you is non-reversible. Would you let your kid watch adult movies where adults are doing it? Of course you wouldn't. If you let your kid watching adult films, you'd probably fucking ground them and then have to give them the talk. You know what I'm saying? That's awkward. So I believe that if you want to be trans, no one's stopping you. But wait till you've gone through puberty as the gender you are assigned. Wait till you're an adult.
I think Cobra thinks that everyone who's trans gets a surgery as soon as they decide they're trans. They I think he believes immediately, no matter how old you are, you just start getting surgery and shit right away, which is not the case.
And you're more mature to make that decision and not just gravitating towards whatever is politically popular because you want to make your parents happy. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? You can't say things like breastfeeding, that's gender inclusive language. But at the same time, they tell us to be more inclusive of trans people, which, how is it not gender inclusive to say these are my pronouns? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just asking questions here.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about it, Cobra. I've never heard anybody pressing you on this, so I think you're all right. I don't think you have to worry about it.
Plus, you have to rely on someone else's validation to validate who you are as a person. So no one half the time it's going to take you seriously. Whereas I don't give a shit what people think about me. I get made fun of for being goth. Words like tranny and faggot are used as a derogatory insult to make fun of me for being a heterosis-normative male that wears nail polish and goth makeup and shit. And because of that crap, I will tell people the same thing the trans community loves to tell us. Don't assume my pronouns, bigot. And not every man who wears makeup is gay or trans. That's a stereotype. Then you using it as an insult shows how bigoted you are as a person. And that's just my opinion.
Okay.
And nothing against trans people, but sometimes y'all can be a little self-centered. And it's all about you and your pronouns, and everyone else can fuck off, right? Let me give you an example. And pour ourselves a little something stiff.
What is it? Something stiff.
If you see a trans person changing in the female locker room, they got the tits, they got the long hair, they got a little bit of facial surgery done. It kind of looks like a chick, kind of doesn't. You know, it's hard to tell, right? But they pull down their pants and they still got a penis and balls. What? Okay, if you have a dick and balls, you do not belong in the female locker room, period. When you make your fellow women feel uncomfortable and unsafe in their own safe space while screaming how you're oppressed and your safe space is more important, these people who are made to feel uncomfortable, quite frankly, are told just get over it and you're being transphobic. So now men who are turning themselves into chicks are silencing the voices of other women.
Men who are turning themselves into chicks. Okay.
Women. And quite frankly, it's disgusting. Women have had to fight since before the 60s to have the right to vote, to have their own sports leagues. And that's another thing Trump is going to do. He's going to make it so, like, these people cannot compete alongside women because, quite frankly, it's unfair.
That's very rare. It's very rare. Like the trans women competing in sports is a very rare thing.
To have these dudes who have benefited from testosterone their entire life, they get fake tits and a little bit of estrogen, and now all of a sudden they're a female. Fuck that.
I don't think they normally get fake tits. Sometimes they grow them from the estrogen, but you know.
Trans people, but identity politics and pronouns are fucking stupid. I could say I identify as Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. That doesn't make it true, does it? No, it does not. It does not, YouTube. And I'm not here to pick on trans people. I'm just calling out the extreme woke culture. Because quite frankly, I don't have a problem with trans or gay people. I have a problem with the woke ideology and the extremist politics that surrounds this narrative. No one's saying you can't be trans. But if you're a dude transitioning into a chick, you cannot have babies.
That is true. I mean, you could, but not the way you're saying. I mean, like you could like impregnate somebody else. So you could still, but you couldn't carry a baby.
You can adopt them like any gay couple would, as long as you're in a loving and safe, nurturing home. And you don't force your kid to be trans like yourself and let them just do their own thing. That's called grooming, assholes. Stop it. You woke assholes. And people Photoshop me looking trans just to make fun of me for being a hetero cis normative goth who wears goth makeup and shit. And quite frankly, it's disgusting because I'm not. They're bullying me for being a straight ally and at the same time just doing my thing. And I can't get mad at them and say, well, I'm going to cancel you because you're mislabeling my pronouns. Because if you're a hetero cisgendered white male, heterosexual, cisgendered white male, no one gives a shit about your pronouns.
I don't give a shit about anything, really.
Well, the same side that does this crap says,
if someone tells me how they want me to refer to them, I'll do it no problem.
You better care about what we have to say, otherwise,
even if it's Your Majesty,
you're a bigot. And like it or not, there are going to be some people who are not going to support what you're doing. So, if you're truly confident with who you are as a person, stop giving a shit what everyone else thinks about you. It's liberating. And the insults I get, are they annoying? Yes. But am I going to stop being myself? Fuck no. And I don't like the term cisgendered. How can a cis be a gender? I've had a cis removed once.
Oh, it's not cisgender, it's cis. Like cyst is CYST and they spell it CIS. So it's a little different.
They're not fun. I prefer the term biologically gendered, or we could be smartasses about it and call it birthing gender. Because you can't say women give birth, even though that's biology 101. Women give birth, men provide sperm for the egg, and then the egg and the sperm mix together, and it forms a baby. That's just basic science. And you can't say that because that's offensive to some people. You gotta call them birthing people.
I mean, like, that's exaggerated. I don't hear people use the term birthing person. I mean, like, that's very uncommon. I think that was kind of put out there as some misinformation to kind of like cause an uproar about it.
It's more inclusive that way. Because you can't say shit like birthing people, or birthing, you know what I'm saying? Because women are people too, yes, but women give birth. Men do not. Well, the only way a trans person could have a baby, theoretically speaking, is if a woman were transitioning into a dude, but she hadn't removed her uterus yet.
Okay.
No, it's ridiculous. A lot of these extremist woke assholes want us to be respectful of their pronouns. But when you call out the bullshit, it pisses people off. If gender was not defined by genitalia, then you wouldn't get the surgeries, would you? You could just say you're a chick and people would have to accept it, otherwise they'd be intolerant. And I'm like, that's not how it should work. I'm not trying to argue science and birth versus your human rights here, but it's the truth. Women have been taking crap from us men for a long time, and quite frankly, a lot of them are sick of it. You'll hear a lot of things from women saying that their gender is not a costume, and they're not trying to treat it like it's a costume, so to speak. They truly believe that they're a female trapped inside a man's body, and it's sad. I feel sorry for trans people, to be honest, because you have to rely on someone else's validation to feel good about yourself. Fuck that.
Yeah, it is true. Like, there's a fair amount of trans people that never get surgery or even take hormones.
Look, I'm a straight ally to a point, but when you're watching the gay pride parades and adults are walking around naked in front of kids, and you can't call it out for what it is because you're intolerant. That'll make you intolerant of the LGBs. And I'm like, screw that. That is nasty. Nobody wants to see your private parts. The pride parade should not be about nudity or sexuality. It should be about acceptance, pride, and tolerance. And it's not very tolerant if you have a member of LGBTQ+ who supports Trump. Everyone in that community will ostracize and alienate you.
I don't know if that's necessarily
You would
true.
agree on what you want your flag to look like. Because the new gay flag got so much fucking hate. But it's all about tolerance and acceptance, right? Fuck off. It is. It's supposed to be about tolerance and acceptance, and it sucks that there are not going to be people who align with your groupthink because they got their own groupthink going, but that's life. Like it or not, people are entitled to their opinion. It doesn't make them right. It doesn't make their opinion more important than yours, but that just means we're all people and we're all trying to exist. And I still have like a little bit of eyeliner left from the other night when I was wearing it. Here's my problem with the whole trans thing. You got people now who identify as trans-disabled.
That's not the same thing, though. That's like a totally different subject there. I don't think those two are on equal footing there.
People who go around saying they have autism when they have never been properly diagnosed.
Yep, they shouldn't do that.
And they don't even have autistic traits or symptoms. They just want to feel special and included. People who identify as trans-disabled or transracial.
Yeah, that's weird too. I don't think there's like a big movement to normalize that.
You got white people who think that they're black.
Yeah, we had a different name for those when I was a kid. Do you guys know what they were called? Do you guys remember, like, do any of you remember, like, the nickname for a white person that acted? Wigwam, I guess, is, like, a nicer way of saying it, yeah.
So they inject themselves with melatonin and start acting black. And it's like, that is cultural appropriation at its finest. And you're so doing, like, the ultimate form of blackface. But if you call it out for what it is, they can call you a trans racist phobic piece of shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Is our society on crack? Like, seriously, could you imagine 500 plus years of black people being oppressed by white people, just to have white people turn around and say that they're black now?
Yeah, I'd like to see, like, how many of those people actually exist. Like, people who literally claim to be black when they're not, and they try to look like as black as possible. I would have to say that's like, there's probably way more trans people than people doing that,
because that's how they feel.
And I don't think a lot of people would agree. But I mean, if they pass for it and everyone buys it, what can anybody do about it? There was the Rachel, what was her name? Rachel Dolezal. She got away with it for a long time. I think her parents outed her. She was like a big shot at the NAACP and everything.
And it's like, no, I draw the line at transgender, because the second you start letting people do this crap, they're going to run crazy with it and take advantage of political wokeness. That's what it is. Unfortunately, you're going to have a couple of perverts who want to see some chicks in a certain state of position, and they're going to take advantage of political wokeness. And when you call them out for their shit, everyone's so quick to defend them and be like, you're just a bigot. You didn't. I'm like, yeah, but on the one hand chance that maybe they're lying because they want to see naked chicks.
I don't
Well,
know.
she don't gotta lie about being trans to see naked chicks, man, and make other women feel
I don't think that's going on.
uncomfortable. You really don't. They have websites for that kind of thing.
Manuka Zeus. Yeah, we got Cobra in the chat now.
Chatterbait. Excuse me.
You mean a wig? I called them fake Oreos.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but we said it with the hard R. We said the W. I don't want to say it because it sounds so much like the other word. And I don't want it to like sound like I'm saying it. But yes, WIGG. But we said it ER, like hard R.
If you want to see naked chicks do their thing, then they have websites like Chatterbait where you can do that and not be a prick about it.
I don't think there's this epidemic of people saying they're trans so that they can like see naked ladies in person. Has it never happened? I'm sure maybe a couple times, but I don't think that's like a really huge thing that's going on.
I'm just saying. And unfortunately, that's kind of what ruins it for the whole letting trans people use the bathroom they feel comfortable with.
That's why we just need the gender neutral bathrooms where like everyone gets their own like private stall. We have a lot of those here in Seattle where like it's a common area where you like wash your hands and everything. And then like you get your own, instead of those weird stalls with like the big cracks that people can like peek through, you just get your own like little room that you can lock the door and have privacy in. And you don't have to worry about sharing anything with anybody because it's just like you can't see anybody else and they can't see you. You're in like a private room. Like it's like multiple small private bathrooms rather than like a big open bathroom that like multiple people can see each other, like, you know, sitting on the toilet and shit. Yeah, the gender neutral bathrooms are the way to go because you just get your own room. No one can see you because you're like completely hidden. Oh yeah, the sink troughs. Yeah, there's like a communal like sink. Yeah, there's this brewery in Capitol Hill that I used to go to that had one of those.
At the same time, they have gender neutral bathrooms and like no one's going to lose their shit over it. Like, unfortunately, you're going to have the one bad apple that ruins it for y'all, and that's quite frank.
We shouldn't let the bad apples ruin everything. Like, we should recognize that there's people with good intentions. Like, the bad apples should be punished accordingly, but it shouldn't set the standard for everybody.
Bullshit, because in my personal opinion, trans people do not need any more negative publicity. Especially after bitches like Audrey Hale. Fuck Audrey Hale. She's that stupid transgendered cunt that
I don't know who he's talking about here.
Pulled a mass shooting in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to acknowledge her pronouns. She didn't.
Okay, well, I mean, like, either way, like, if someone's a mass shooter, we condemn the shooting, not like every piece of their identity.
Identifies as a dude, but it's like you're not a dude, you're a chick injecting yourself with testosterone. And dudes were more than just testosterone. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. And why she did it, because she had a crush on this girl she went to school with, and that girl died in a car crash, and that school also bullied her relentlessly, so in her fucked up mind, that justified what she did. Fuck that. I wonder if the cop who shot her had a one-liner like, I got your testosterone shot right here, bitch.
Huh, that's like a scene.
YouTube, it's your boy King Cobra back at it with another video. So I'm uploading a little mini-series on YouTube called Woke Sucks. And I'll probably just do like 2 parts, keep it short, sweet, to the point. And like I said in my last part 1, I have no problems with trans people. Or gay people. I just don't like the extremist politics that surround.
Yeah, but I mean, it gets politicized by the right also. I mean, they used it as like leverage to, I mean, like they talk about it more than the other side talks about it.
Around these ideologies and woke culture as a whole, it's so fucking toxic. Like a bunch of white women in the radical left are weaponizing woke culture against us to fit some political agenda, and it's disgusting. I'll give you an example. Like, Ozzy Osbourne, happy early birthday, bud. We're going to fucking celebrate.
Oh, this is like an older video.
Super hard on my channel tomorrow for sure. Used to do drag for like music videos and shit. And he was just being goofy, being silly. It had nothing to do with his pronouns or his gender or sexuality. You hear a lot of people scream about how, like, your genitals don't define your gender or sexuality or any of that. But what you really should be saying...
Well, gender and sex are viewed as different things, as, like, different concepts.
Is that what you wear, like clothing-wise, shouldn't determine shit. That society is based in gender stereotypes, so I understand that to a point. But at the same time, it's like... If you're a hetero, straight, cis-normative white male, otherwise no one...
It kind of seems like we're just going over the same points here. I'll play a little more, but then we might move on to something else.
Heterosexual male who was born a male and you identify as a male and you're white, nobody gives a fuck about your pronouns. While everyone else is screaming, you have to respect everyone's pronouns. And I'm like, I'm not going to respect everyone's pronouns because fuck sickos and fuck serial killers. Now, one thing that really pissed me off about this whole ideology is back in the day, in Scotland, a man was convicted and found guilty of raping several women.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to move on to something else because this is like kind of part of the same overarching point. I don't actually, a lot of these stories are misleading stories, like that are put out there as propaganda. So I don't know. Let's check out something a little less serious here.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy King Cole. We're back at it with another video. Tomorrow is Ozzy Osbourne's birthday, so you can say I'm definitely pre-gaming. Not sure what I'll do for a drink combo. But we'll figure something out. Change into an Aussie shirt out of my Slayer shirt and rock the shades, and I'll do a pre-recorded video and have a drink or two. I got a drink combination right now. I'm going to mix Angry Orchard hard apple cider with a little bit of my favorite whiskey, Jack Daniels. But we're not here to talk about that. Long live Ozzy, the Prince of fucking Darkness. And happy birthday to Ozzy. I hope he has an awesome birthday and a most excellent holiday season. I know Ozzy's not the biggest fan of Christmas. Can't say I am either, to be honest. But shout out to my fan and my friend Teddy. He introduced me to a person that I've never even heard of. There's a woman who goes by the name of Nora Vincent, and may she rest in peace. If you don't know who Nora Vincent is, she's basically an angry femcel feminist who hates men. And to prove to the world that men have it easier than women, she decided to cosplay as a man for a year to 2 years. And she couldn't handle it, and she ended up killing herself. And I feel bad for her family and closest friends, but I do not feel bad for people who hate men, because man haters are the worst, and so are women haters for that matter. And it's like,
just haters. Haters are the worst. You can't be hating. You got to stop hating. That's what we need. We need an end to the hating. We got to end the hating, right? We gotta come together and end the hating.
why can't we all just get along as a society and stop making it about gender and race and religion and sexual orientation? I got a comment on one of my earlier videos saying that apparently I was confusing things. And I'm like, I wasn't confusing shit. Gender and sex are different. Sex is doing it. Gender is boy, girl, trans.
Well, sexual intercourse is doing it. Sex is your reproductive, like your chromosomes and like your, you're part of the reproductive process, and then gender is how you present your persona, masculine, feminine, what have you. That's the difference.
Whatever. There's a difference. Just because they use the word sex interchangeably. Now, what have I always been saying on my fucking YouTube channel? That if women got treated just like men, they would fucking hate it. And in Nora Vincent's case, that's definitely the fucking truth. If you don't know who she is, just Google it.
Okay.
And, you know the type, angry feminist who hates men. Of course, she's got a fucking article and a vlog.
Yeah, I mean, we dealt with Anita Sarkeesian back in the day. I mean, yeah, it's... I just kind of ignore them if I don't like them, or I'll watch their video, and if they say something dumb, I'll laugh at them.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Auga.
And to be fair, there's a lot of crap that men couldn't handle. Like, men couldn't handle childbirth, or having cramps and periods, or menstrual cycles, or menopause, or hysterectomies, or any of that crap. So, realistically, speaking out for both genders here, women and men have it hard. And women and men could not handle being each other. And if you want women and men to be nicer to each other, it starts off with a little thing called respect. I got some liquid asshole in my drink, so let's have a sip. I call it liquid asshole because Jack Daniels is good and it can turn people into assholes. 1 second.
It turns you into an asshole. Liquid asshole.
That's definitely enough. Oh shit, fuck, that's enough Jack for that drink combo. Holy shit.
Yeah, I can't. Whew. I'm going to do Spin Till You Spew versus Shabisky coming up here on the 20th, which is going to be wild. Me versus Shabisky, Spin Till You Spew. Who will spin till they spew?
No, this, fuck, what's her name again? Nora. Rhymes with Laura, okay. No, Nora Vincent, she died at the age of 53, and like the problem with feminism, at least the extremist feminists.
Extremist anything is bad, right? Like anything that's extreme in any direction is bad. That's why it's called extreme.
They teach women to hate men, to blame men for everything, to hate other women, and then take no responsibility for their shitty actions. Because all these older women have had to deal with this crap for ages, then they can't find a man because people are jerks to each other. So to make it harder for the younger girls to find a woman, they preach this man hatred. And it's only called out when men do it. Men are used as disposable, and as soon as women in society get what they want from men, we're tossed aside.
I think when society gets what they want from anyone, they toss them aside. It happens a lot. Just across the board.
To pay and buy and do everything. When I'm watching the Drunken Peasants watch one of my gender rant videos, I think they were being sarcastic when they said that they should start a woman-hating group, and I'm like, I already have that. It's called being an incel, and fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck incels, that's for sure.
The answer isn't more hatred.
Yeah, we were being sarcastic when we said that. We don't actually want to start a woman-hating group.
YouTube. The answer is do unto others as you
everyone is welcome.
have done to you. And I have not had the best luck with women growing up.
I agree with Travis. Let people piss. I gotta piss all the time, so I definitely don't want to hold anyone else back from pissing. I mean, I've pissed in like a back alley because I had to pee so bad.
I suffer from abandonment
Sometimes you get desperate.
issues because of my psychologically manipulative psycho cunt birth mom Laura, but I refuse to let that affect my opinion of women. My ex-girlfriend is a perfect example of psychotic.
Yeah, but she's like mentally ill. It's not like her brain was poisoned by feminism or something. She's just crazy. Like she's just like not right up in her head. I don't think there's any type of ideology that made her that way. She's just an evil woman.
As well, and I refuse to let my view of women be affected because I ended up dating Jessica for a brief period.
Yeah, it's not because she's a woman, it's because she's a psycho. That's what it is. You shouldn't let her ruin your opinion of women because she's not the representative of what women are. She's a representative of herself. So...
And she won't stop talking about me on her channel. It's adorable. She misses the dick, but she ain't getting it back. But Miss Vincent couldn't handle the pressures of being a dude because it was such a culture shock. It's because of all that negative propagandic bullshit that modern day feminism has taught women, that men have it so easy, that men are the assholes, that men are pigs, that all men want is sex, blah, blah, blah. Instead of, you know what, she shouldn't have killed herself. She should have written an article about it and been like, you know what, I had no idea that men could have it just as hard sometimes. Instead of reaching for gender equality, which is what feminism should be about, not having more rights than men, and hating men because they won't give it to you. Like, I'm tired of our society making it about gender and then blaming only one side for the problems. Because if men attack women or hate them...
I think there's blame coming from everywhere. No one wants to blame themselves. Or not no one, but most people. You know what I'm saying, bro?
For anything, we're sexist, we're incels, we're pigs, we're whatever. We're for nice to them, we get called a simp. We get told we're just trying to get laid. So for us men, it can be very frustrating sometimes. So you say fuck the sex and just treat people the way you want to be treated.
Damn. Watching Cobra slam a drink combo is making me want to have a drink combo, but I refuse to do so. So I will not be indulging in a drink combo because I got back into intermittent fasting. So today's a fasting day, so I'm drinking this lovely sparkling water instead. So if you have a drink out there, take a big sip in my honor. I'll take a rip of 0-calorie weed. You drinking some port? I see some people that are going out to the pub. You do your thing, but also please, I would really appreciate it if you guys would start a tip train, if you'd be so kind to do so. Use the link pinned in the top of the chat to send me a couple bucks. I would like to end this stream at like 50% at least. Old Crow and Cherry Coke. That sounds good. I do like, like a whiskey mixed with like a dark cola. Cherry Coke is good. Yeah, Cobra, everyone believes what they believe and we have to come to our own conclusions on our own. But I do think a lot of the stuff out there, I think it's exaggerated. Like the amount of like these instances that you're bringing up. I've looked into a lot of this stuff and I don't think it's as big of an like I don't it's not the way it's being portrayed necessarily. I had a run-in with a radical feminist years ago. Anita Sarkeesian. I didn't do anything. Like, all I did was take her picture, and she freaked out. I took her. She was in public at like a tabletop gaming. It was like a bar where they had tabletop gaming, and she came walking in. I'm like, oh my God, it's Anita Sarkeesian. Because she was famous at the time. She was on like the national news. And yeah, I didn't really like a lot of her views, but I didn't say anything to her or mess with her. I just took a picture. She was like behind me and I took a picture of her over my shoulder and I posted it to Twitter. And she sent like her like pack of weirdos after me online. But, I don't like when you're like mainstream famous, like she was getting insane amounts of attention from like mainstream media. You shouldn't be offended by your photo being taken in public. Like if you're just a regular person and someone's following you around and taking your photo, it's whatever. But in my opinion, like I took a picture of her. It was like it was one picture, like literally one picture. I didn't say a word to her. She didn't know I was there. Like I didn't bother her. She came. She arrived after I had already been there for a long time, and I left before she left. I didn't say a word to her or do anything. I didn't see her outside of the place or anything. I took one picture. And I didn't say anything weird. I just said I said something like, I saw my buddy Anita today or something like that.
If you Google Nora Vincent, Google says July 6th of 2022, or 2022, she died at the age of 53 years old. Okay, so Nora Vincent was an American writer. She was a weekly columnist for the Los Angeles Times. And she wrote a quarterly column.
Yes! Thank you so much. And by the way, I've been told that if you log into Streamlabs, with your YouTube channel, it'll display your name, like whatever your YouTube channel name is, when you send in a donation. So,
she was a quarterly columnist on politics and culture for the National Gay News magazine and Advocates. She was a columnist for the Village Voice.
Yeah, well, I don't remember, like, the whole, like, Ice Poseidon thing. Yeah, that was weird because Ice Poseidon and Sam Pepper pissed off some people. And, like, they followed us around and posted our picture on Facebook.
And Salon.com, according to Wikipedia. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because as long as you're a decent person, you deserve equality as much as everyone else. But she was apparently born in Switzerland. You know, the Swedes like their cheese.
Well, it's Switzerland, so it's different. Sweden and Switzerland are two different. They both like cheese, though, for sure. The Dutch love their cheese, too. But yeah, Switzerland and Sweden are different countries. I've been to Switzerland before. Never been to Sweden.
But when you become so convinced that straight people and everyone else has it better than you do, and then you find out that sometimes they have their struggles too, and it makes you rethink everything. And she couldn't handle it. She could not fucking handle it. She wrote an article saying, I'm going to cosplay as. So she basically decided to cosplay as a dude for a year and a half to like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And
this is the story you started earlier.
You go on your first date, and it's like, so, son, how was your first date? Well, I don't know. She just seemed angry and bitter the whole time. And they're like, well, that's women for you sometimes.
Hey, I have my angry and bitter days, too, you know? We get angry.
My fan Teddy is making me a sweet wand. So that's what's up. And he mentioned this woman, and I was like, well, what does she do? So she also suffers from resistant depression, involuntary madness, saying her brain was never quite the same after she zapped it with that first course of SSRIs due to her...
Oh, SSRIs, yeah, those are antidepressants. You know, I took antidepressants, and I did not enjoy it at all. And they make you try out. It's to me, and some people find antidepressants that work for them, and more power to you. I think it's crazy that, like, we don't know exactly why SSRIs work, and you're expected to try a bunch of different ones until you find the one that, like, really works for you. But then a lot of these drugs have, like, the side effects where it'll, like, it can cause, like, you know, wanting to, like, Minecraft yourself. I think that's kind of a lot of, like, a big risk to give to someone who's already depressed. I don't know. Like, a lot of the SSRIs seem like you're kind of, like, taking a huge risk. But I have known some people that that got on them and it helped out a lot. So, hey, they work for some people for sure. But it's weird because sometimes you have to try a bunch of them until you find the one that works. And in the meantime, you're taking ones that might make you feel not so good. So,
experiences as a man during the making of Self-Made Man, she ultimately had a depressive breakdown leading to her killing herself, basically.
Well, it could have been the SSRIs. That is a side effect that they have to list. Like, they literally list it as a side effect. They say, like, suicidal thoughts and or actions. Which is, like, legally they have to disclose that. So that means, you know,
which is pretty fucking messed up and sad.
Anyway, let's move on to something else. So in the poll, what came in second place? We have to check out and see what came. Was it? It wasn't the manatee. It was Jessica, right? Was it manatee? I don't remember, and it's already gone now. Manatee. Everyone, please give the stream a big like. There's a link pinned in the chat. Send us a couple dollars. That would be great. Trying to get to at least 40%, which we're pretty close to. So I think we can do that. All right. I don't remember which one came in second place. I know it was close. I think it might have been Jessica. Let's see.
Oh, he's gonna dump me? Aw, good.
Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
I'm going to do a different one because this is...
You do what? Spread nothing but demogorgon lies?
Hail Satan.
Long tits. Baby doll.
Someone like Post Malone is like, yo, I love what you're doing. I'm a fan of your work. And I was like, oh my God.
I don't watch his videos.
Yes, you do.
How would I ruin his opinion of women? You're how old? You've had 33 years of experience before I ever met you. Who are you talking about? I don't watch his videos. Because if you thought I
She always goes, you. She like stutters the word you a lot.
would watch, do you know that I would literally be in Casper, Wyoming jail?
What does that mean?
You do know that. If I actually watch it, I would not be where I am, right? I would be in Casper, Wyoming jail, right?
What does that mean? Does that mean she wants to murder?
I don't watch his videos.
Like, is she saying if she did watch his videos, she would murder?
I didn't ruin. Oh, sweetheart, you gotta take accountability for yourself at some point. I didn't ruin anything, sweetheart. I told you from the start I would never abandon you like your mother.
Oh, man. She goes for the low blow.
So please don't blame me where your father and your mother failed. So whatever happened to you in your timeline is not my fault. I didn't make you hate women, sweetheart. Your mama made you. Your little demogorgon fucking bug-eyed thyroid fucking bugged out like methadone, whatever fucking drug-addled fucking addict your mama is. You weren't even on my radar. I didn't give birth to you. That's not my problem. That's your mama Laura's problem. Laura, whatever the fuck her name is. God bless her sweetheart ass. That's not my problem. How many people are gonna ask me if I'm gonna block you? You want to be timed out? I'll put you in 24. You want to keep asking
24-hour block? No!
the same question over? I'm gonna time you.
She cannot stop talking about him, but she says she doesn't think about him or watch his stuff or anything.
No. I will time you the fuck. Bye-bye. 24 hours for you. 24. Who else wants to go? Who else wants to go for 24 hours? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Nobody wants to fucking talk. Nobody wants to talk when the queen is present. Exactly. Figured as much. Y'all pussy ass bitches.
Oh, shit.
My grandmother, she'd go for some. It's so funny. She'd be on like a telenova, and then it would always end up on the NFL asses. I'm like, Grandma, do you like? No, I'm just looking at their asses. Okay. Calm down, sweetheart. Their asses ain't nothing. They probably smell like Gatorade.
Gatorade asses?
You should be listening to some smooth jazz and something. You don't need to be watching football.
Why is she doing this when she's talking?
Stinks, it reeks. Grandma, please. Grandma.
That's what she's doing.
Mother, Grandma,
I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know the story here.
some whiskey, honey, makes you feel bad. Don't be smelling football ass.
Football ass.
Don't be bringing that home.
Everyone, please like the stream. Please give it a like. Thank you.
Make them wash at their house, and they can. And if they still stink, I'll still kick them out. At the end of the day, Grandma, you've been married how many times, and none of them were. So men suck, obviously.
There you go.
Why are you marrying 3 Johns in a row? 3?
3 Johns?
But I'm supposed to have all the jokes in. I don't see anybody else telling jokes in the chat. Chat is slow. You guys are slow yourselves. You're boring me. I'm gonna go to bed. I can't entertain myself all fucking night. So you guys are boring. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. You're so boring. I don't know what to tell you. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. I'm giving it all, and I see nothing on my end. So don't blame me.
I'm blaming you.
Goodbye. I've got 500 million more of where these come from. So. Goodbye. I'm sorry you're boring. Have a good night. Have a good night. I'm sorry you're fucking boring as shit. Don't come crying to me later. Oh, you have a joke? Well, nobody wants to hear it. You should have told it faster, then I could have blocked you, so. Should have figured that one out fast enough, sweetheart. You have a joke. Well, you ain't fast enough, so. I digress on you.
I digress on you. Oh, man, whatever happened to that hat?
Her maiden name was Lovercheck. Where do you get that? Who makes up the... Who are the people that are in charge of these last names? Lovercheck? Tennis? Lovercheck? Tennis? Lovercheck Saunders.
Now she's talking about Cobra's stepmom. It's pretty weird. Like, why go after these people?
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You do what? Spread nothing but Demogorgon lies? And...
That's what you do. Oh my god.
Nobody was born in Virginia but me, my brother, and my whatever. So try harder, I guess. My dad was born in California, sweetheart. My mom, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows where that thing was born.
Of course somebody knows. She has a birth certificate.
Okay, nobody knows, nobody questions. Shh.
I doubt that.
So, like, try harder, I guess, because you still fail at every endeavor you do.
What is this?
Try harder, I guess. I know. What kind of bitch-ass name is Clint? Clint. Okay, you got Bill Clinton, but that's his, like, last name, right? But then you got Clint Eastwood. But then he's like, get off my lawns, you little bitch, or I'll spit Joshua's at you.
What?
And by Joshua's, you don't want a Joshua spit at you because you may know what you'll be plagued with for the rest of your life if you get a Joshua spit at you. So, are you SJam under a disguise of your own demise? I'm really SJam under a fat SJam suit, but I want to feel like what it pretends to be like SJam, even though I'm not SJam, but I am SJam. If that makes sense. No? Well, I'm gonna do it anyways. My name is Belly Ball.
Belly Ball? Is that her name now?
Maybe Jelly Roll. Jelly Ball. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. If you're in the woods, you ain't gonna judge me. If you're in the woods, I ain't gonna judge you, you little slut. Hey, where's Joshy? I got to kiss those beautiful fat lips, and they were so good.
What?
And I told Josh, I'm like, you are a beautiful white man with the beautifulest fat lips. You don't see white men with fucking gorgeous lips. I was trying to pump Josh up. I didn't give him a chance. He didn't care. He didn't. I love. You call him carp lips. I loved it. I hate you people. I hate all of you. I hate all of you. I loved his beautiful fucking lips. Oh my god.
I had never used the word Demogorgon before I started listening to this.
You've never seen a white boy with lips like this. I'm like, fuck me, bitch. He was so beautiful to me. Just because that's not your perception of beauty. Okay. So leave it to me for me to enjoy my every last drip drop.
These luscious, pouty, all natural. Yeah, I don't. These are natural, dude.
I thought Josh was the most beautiful human. I did. And you people,
interesting edit.
And all I want to do is cherish his beauty. And I did. I just wanted to cherish his beauty. I don't care if you don't see what I see, and I don't give a shit. I saw. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Josh doesn't care. Josh cares about the fakest people. He doesn't care about the realists. He cares about people lying. His
You
dad
can look
don't
up
care about
Demogorgon. It is a
son,
term.
they're lying to you. You need to focus more on this person.
I think it's the name of like a demon or something.
His dad don't give a shit about anything. I'm going to care about Josh until the day I die. Should I? No. Will I? Yes. And I'm going to say it right here. I'm going to care about him until the day. And this is for him. It's not for none of you. I'm not a piece of shit. I can be to a certain degree. Just like you. And then you see Josh, he getting like fucking banging hot bitches like me.
Ah.
Oh, Josh, you can't have that. My wife isn't hotter than her, so Josh, you can't have that.
Demogorgons originate from Greek mythology. So they go back that far.
Josh, when will you wake up that these people don't want you to have more than them? When will you wake up, Josh? These people don't want you to have more than them. Hello? Am I doing okay? Are you watching me on stream? Do I look like I'm doing... When was the last time you messaged me? Like half a year ago? No, when was the last time you messaged me, sweetheart? Do I look like I'm doing okay? You last messaged me when?
What is going on? She is just like, what is going on?
Oh, well, that's funny. You're asking me if I'm okay. Well, when the person that you, like, told me that was found dead in their bed, and I was literally freaking out. You didn't ask me if I was okay then when I was freaking out about her death.
What?
And she's been dead now for, like...
This got dark. This took a very dark
I had
turn.
to go through our messages to find out. So, like, you're literally messaging me how much long later? Asking me if I'm okay? That's funny. You could have literally asked me if I was okay during her death investigation, and you didn't. You didn't dare. You responded to one of my millions of messages.
Millions of messages.
Oh, am I okay?
Are you okay?
You okay, sweetheart?
Are you
Another
okay?
fake motherfucker that's gotta bite the dust?
What does that mean?
Were you there? Were you there when I fucking made videos about her? And you took so long to respond to all of those messages in between. Remove follower. Remove. Block.
Block. Get blocked.
Leave me alone. I think you need to leave me alone. And I'm gonna report you.
Oh, and a report. An unfollow, a block, and a report. She's such a sweetheart.
Bullying and harassment.
Bullying and
thanks
harassment.
For watching my videos, troll.
Trolls. All right. I will be right back. I shall return in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We're back. I stopped the dimensional merge once again. All right. Let's check out something else.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
All right. Brett is disappointed in Trump. Let's see what this is all about.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane, and you are watching and listening to God TV Radio. Make sure you subscribe to me on x.com/Brett Keane Show. And also make sure that you subscribe, comment, and rate. I do enjoy some comments out there. And also don't forget to check me out on Spotify Radio as well as Amazon Music. I've been getting a lot of followers on my radio. YouTube doesn't seem to be as successful. I think I'm still shadow banned, but I have thousands and thousands of listeners on Spotify Music.
Okay.
So I'm really enjoying that. And I do put a lot of exclusive stuff. Yes, I put some of my material from YouTube on there, but I put a lot of exclusive and new things, as well as talk to guests and talk to people on the phone over the show.
Or on the phone over the show.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about some disappointment that I have with Donald Trump.
Okay.
As many of you know, I'm a big-time Trump supporter, but if he does something that I don't feel is right or I don't feel is good, I'm going to say something. And it's the same for a lot of Trump supporters. If we feel like he's doing something offhand or something that we don't appreciate, we're going to tell our president our thoughts. And I'm going to post this to Truth Social, which is the Trump site, and I'm also going to post it on X. Recently, Donald Trump invited Mark Zuckerberg,
Mark Zuckerberg. Have you guys heard of Mark Zuckerberg before?
Guy who created Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg.
To Mary Largo or whatever.
Mary Largo. Have you met Mary Largo? She works in accounting. Have you heard? Are you familiar with Mary Largo?
The fuck it's called, that big mansion that Trump has. And
it's Mary Largo.
You know, surrounded by a golf course.
Mm-hmm. Mary Largo.
And he made buddies with him, I guess, or, you know, he's getting along with him for whatever reason. A while back, Mark contacted Trump and said, you know, I'm glad you weren't assassinated and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, I guess when you're as rich as Mark Zuckerberg, you can just get a hold of people, anybody, and talk to them anytime you want. You know, you just have that ability or that superpower. So the issue is I don't mind Donald Trump inviting people, obviously, to his mansion to have a nice dinner and dance to some YMCA music or whatever the fuck they're wanting to do. But my problem is people like Mark Zuckerberg were one of the reasons why a lot of these elections have been fraudulent. And Did
he just say fraudulent? Did he just say fraudulent?
A lot of these elections have been fraudulent. And
really? Sometimes I'm like, is he an actor? Is he playing games with my mind?
They've been bad.
They've been fraudulent. They've been bad.
Anybody that supported Trump on Facebook ended up getting banned or ended up getting locked out of their page. I am one of those people. I have been using Facebook for over 10 years now. I've been using it.
Probably more like 20 years. More than 10? Didn't Facebook really take off in like 2007, 2008? Wasn't that when it really took off?
The first time I came out to YouTube and shit. And I don't use it as much as like Twitter or my radio, obviously, but because a lot of people have been leaving it and it's been becoming very unpopular because of all the censorship. But Mark cost a lot of people their lives. Whenever that plague dropped a couple of years back, if anybody tried to talk about it, or they tried to talk about how they didn't want the vaccines and shit like that.
You were allowed to talk about how you didn't want it. Like, you didn't have to take it. No one was forced to take it. Some people had to abandon their jobs because their job required it. But that's how it works in America. Companies get to decide, you know, what they want their employees to do, what they consider safe on whatever job they had to do. And everyone in the military had to get it. But you didn't have to get it. You just, if you wanted certain privileges, you had to get it. They were all optional.
This asshole came along and he knocked people out. He also deliberately made it to where Republicans weren't getting advertised on Facebook and only allowed Democrats and liberals to be advertised. He also got himself in trouble for selling private information of citizens in America to China, which is very, very dangerous. And there's just a lot of things. I mean, I could go on all fucking day about the illegal...
Turnt Toast? I have no idea why it randomized your name, but that, I really appreciate it. I am trying to get the goal moving along a little more. Also, there's a new era of Patreon where now, and by the way, you can also write your name in your message, and that's another way of like displaying your name. But also, let me see here. There's a new era on Patreon where you can gift Patreon memberships of any level to other people. I might even use it as like prizes from time to time where like someone can win like a certain Patreon level, you know, and people can gift them to other people. People could buy them and just give the link away, and the first person to use it gets whatever the free membership is. There's different levels. I wonder. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is interesting because like you can go in here and you can purchase. So this is I clicked on the gift link. This is my first time actually looking at it. So like you can gift someone a whole year, or you can gift a month, or you could do like a custom amount of months, and then you can decide like how many of them you want to get. And that like, and it generates one link. So the link can be used however many times you have behind it. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, after you pay for it, it generates a link, and the link can be used however many times you made the purchase. Like if you made this like 5, you know, the link could be used 5 times. And it's good for 1 month or whatever. As an example. It's a new thing that just started. Also, Patreon begins and ends on the calendar day that you purchased it now, rather than just like being a hard cut off on the first of the month. Now it's whatever day of the month you sign up, that's how long you get it.
Horrible shit that he did. One of the things that Mark Zuckerberg did that a lot of people are very irritated and disgusted about was he was
tomorrow. There's a Patreon show for one.
To get rid of Trump supporters, but there's entire pedophile rings on the community lot. Yeah, if you were looking for pedophilia or porn or entire groups dedicated to assaulting women or attacking people. Like there's a group that's been on Facebook forever now that even though I don't give a fuck about Kent Hovind, there's like...
Wow, he said his name right instead of Kent Hovind, because that's how he used to say it.
Several groups on Facebook where all they do is talk shit about him and his wives all day.
But yeah, if you know people, like especially like the people in the Discord, if you know people in the community that want to watch the private shows, but they don't have the extra cash to watch them, you can give them the gift of the private show so they can check it out. It's pretty cool. And they get to vote, because like the other levels, you don't get to vote in like the actual manias and the other stuff unless you're on Patreon. So that's like the best way to like get like more involved with the whole thing.
And it's okay to drop people's docs, their personal information, files people find on people, pictures that shouldn't have been taken.
You've done all of this.
You name it. It's been used as a avenue for stalkers and trolls and everything else. Facebook is one of the worst social media sites that could ever possibly exist. And I guess a lot of us out there, we figured Google and Facebook and a lot of companies like them,
you use all of them.
A lot of illegal activities and a lot of disgusting shit would be some of the first ones that needed to get fucking hammered. They were the ones that needed.
I wish I was getting hammered.
Mark Zuckerberg, a lot of us agree.
Mark Zuckerberg
belongs in jail or in prison, along with Bill Gates and many other millionaires out there, not having fucking steak dinners with them.
Bill Gates is not a millionaire. He's a billionaire. Zuckerberg, he's a billionaire, not a millionaire.
And, hanging out like they're buddies and shit. This asshole did a lot of things. He did election interference. He committed fraud.
Who?
He basically allowed...
Pretty sure Trump did both of those things.
Child rapists and murderers to be able to get close to human communities and societies and shit. I mean...
What is he talking about? I'm really confused. Who did this?
Like I said, I could go on all day. Sky is the limit. So I'm aggravated. I would be equally aggravated if I heard that Donald Trump was sitting down with the big wigs of Google and working out deals and shit. I don't want to see deals worked out with Mark. I don't want there to be some...
With Mark, he talks about him like he knows him.
A redemption period for Google. I want Google to get fucking hammered. I want it to get broken to pieces. I don't want it to have the kind of power that it's had. I've lost too many fucking YouTube channels due to supporting Trump.
That's not why you lost your channels. You lost your channels for false flagging and doxing people. And running scams. You did not lose a channel for supporting Trump. That's a lie.
And standing up for my political views.
That's not why you've lost channels.
Religious beliefs and all that. And
Okay.
I keep hearing all these people talk about how important free speech is. But if you continue to just sit down and have dinner and gift these assholes out here, then you're no different than any other politician. I mean, that's what Democrats and Republicans do, right? They fucking talk mad shit about each other on television and tweets, and then they go have fucking dinner with each other and fucking...
Television and tweets. Well, I mean, they got to discuss... I mean, they have to negotiate somehow, right? And they usually do it over dinner. I don't see what the problem is. You don't have to like everyone you have dinner with, like, especially on like a professional level, like business meetings over dinner and political meetings over dinner. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean they're best friends. They had to talk because Mark Zuckerberg is the head of a huge social media network, and he's a multi-billionaire.
Each other's wives, and that's just not the type of country or world I want to live in, where you sit down and bed the enemy and all this shit. Sometimes people do things and justice needs to happen. People need to go to fucking jail. People need to be sued. Think about it.
Who's going to jail? For what? Oh, is that it? Does he mean Zuckerberg should go to jail? Because I don't think it works that way. I don't think it works that way. Oh yeah, this guy. This Joker. I started to watch this video yesterday, I think it was, but I couldn't get through it, so I'm bringing it back. Bringing it back again. Here it is. Fuck sickos.
Alright guys, Earthworm Jim 2. Let's fucking go. Yes.
I'm gonna switch.
I gotta save these puppies. Oh shit, bro. So this is like level 7 or something.
Okay.
Part 3 of the puppies. So it's about to get real up in here, son. Oops. Rest in pieces, bro. Oh shit. Oh no, bro. Fuck, dude. Just one more and I'm screwed. I don't really care about that, but whatever. Holy titties, bro. Let's fucking go. Whoa, gotcha, bitch. There's also this move, but I don't really use that much.
He's doing surprisingly
soon,
well
though.
so far
He's the bomb bomb.
because he usually sucks so bad at every game that he plays.
Alright. So. 2 more, I think. Oh, that was it. Nice. Well done. Love that shit. Shoutouts to Doug tonight. All I gotta say, man, he made a good game here. Even though he's a cuck-servative, I gotta give it to him on this one. Look at this shit, bro.
Okay.
Freaking salt shakers up in the ass. Like, what the fuck is this?
Let's check in on our buddy Sturgis in a bit. Also, is Kendall totally off the table now?
You know, I kind of have like an armistice with Kendall. You know, we might be able to watch some of his stuff. He's got some word vomit, but we can look at Sturgis. I definitely like Sturgis is a total piece of shit. Please like the stream, by the way. I would appreciate it if you would like the stream.
Oh my god, this is I'm like way too fucking tired.
I'm too tired to play a video game, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Freaking straws up the ass. Homing missiles. Sorry, guys. Freaking salami. The shit's getting me hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. All this meat is getting me kind of hard. Oh my lord. Look at this shit, bro. Freaking salami up the ass. Friggin' straws. Oh, tit nuggets, bro. What the hell? That's a snail. Oh shit, I probably have to hurry. Little finger gun. That's cute. Finger gun. That's what she said. Oh, fuck a dog, bro. Ah, that delicious looking egg, bro. I love it when it's all gooey like that and shit. Oh, that's my favorite egg right there. I don't even know what you call that. Like, what is that? Sunny side up? I don't fucking know. Fried.
God, you're dumb, Jared.
What do I fucking do? Holy titties, bro.
This one is not
this
worth
game is
watching.
very, very
This one
bizarre.
sucks. All right, I guess I'll do some Sturgis instead. Here we go.
Essentially. Hello everyone, I'm Renown0. We are back again talking about, once again, Yellow Flash BTFOing EVS.
Once again.
As EVS continues to cope and seethe and try
bud.
to claim that
How many shirts does Sturgis have?
Flashcast is taking viewers away from Flashcast when it's already been proven time and time again, if you've been watching my channel for long enough, that though their audiences do not cross over. The people that watch Trashcast are literally there for blood sports and drama. The people that watch Flashcast are there for news and to have a good time. But let's get into this really quick. It's not going to be a short. It's not going to be a long video at all. But we're going to start, of course, with Bloodwolf #1 pre-order collection with 46 days left to go.
Oh, is he still doing this? I haven't watched him in a little while. He's still doing the same thing where he like promotes some trash. Oh my God. This is a lot. This is a lot of promotion.
Has an animated trailer and everything, so you guys can check that out over on Indiegogo. Now, Von Coleman did come out recently with Phenomenova issue #1. We now have Phenomenova issue #2. 4 issues all 4 issue covers for Phenomenova issue 2 have been revealed, with the main cover being by Philip Cruz and Jesse Higgy. The cover by Mel Ruby, the artist behind Hunter Ninja Bear. We have cover C.
I went to a convention and I saw a person there wearing an Isom shirt. Like they were an Eric July fan in the wild wearing an Isom shirt. It was very strange, very surreal to see such a thing.
By Benitez Chapo and Nick Capion, so you can see it right here. And then we have cover D, created by Don Drawstuff. So you can sign up on the mailing list over on RebelOasisStudios.com. Issue number 2 will be going live for pre-order in January of 2025. Now, for people that have watched the channel before, Mugen Lord is also putting out his comics for Venus Orion Comics in January 2025. So there will be obviously some things that you can get, books that will be available for you guys to get invested in issue number 2 of Phenomenova and a brand new universe created by Mugen Lord. So now, we have Flash over here with this screenshot from, of course, EVS. Saying that anyhow, Flashcast died a while ago. It really has, and it gets thousands of live viewers every Saturday night. And he says he started Trashcast. So you started Trashcast in spite of Yellow Flash because he outed you.
Outed him?
As being a crappy person.
He has that in every one of his videos.
Cares about drama with your $4,000 cover price for his book, The Mighty Golden Patriot, which is going to be available via Ripasend. I think probably this month or next month is what I assume.
Get Sturgis drunk, get him high, give him shrooms.
Because lettering is, I think, the last thing that has to be done with this book. So it's going to be interesting to me how much money it actually brings in. And Yellow Flash responds to him by saying, "You sure about that, fat boy? I've been pummeling you so hard on Saturdays you had to lick a urinal and smoke crack with a trans woman just to get people to talk about you again."
What?
They're doing crack! So
he has a drop. Ooh, Sturgis got a soundboard. Our baby's growing up. Do you see that? He's got a soundboard.
It's that you actually think that there's any kind of crossover between Trashcast and Flashcast, which there are not. It's already been proven by a student of God that there are no crossovers there. So, of course, he had Comicsgate Drama, who is Jabba the Hutt, Comicsgate Hutt, saying Yellow Flash has some choice words for EVS. And also, Flash continued in this statement by saying, "Must be frustrating, complaining, and crying about him nonstop, only for it to have zero effect," which is true. And EVS had a response by saying, "Pretty sure, Dipstick, the only thing that got licked was you licking Neurotic, Eric July, and Grum's genitalia in order to boost your numbers and save your show from Trashcast. I delete your show all by myself for fun. Neurotic by himself gets 24,000 live viewers, which I'm sure you're pretty jealous of, even though it's funny you claim to call Neurotic a 0, but yet he gets, I don't know, probably about at least 10 times more viewers than you do on your Trashcast. Saddle with your fat, low IQ weeb self, he might get 3,000 to 4,000. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is kind of why I stopped watching Sturgis, because it's the same. It's just his videos are him. He advertises Rippaverse. He advertises maybe something else. He reads Twitter and has this bicker war with people who disagree with the shit he likes being good.
Yellow Flash gets that many without Neurotic. You destroy more sets of eyes than glaucoma. Pay your artist, you piece of crap.
Glaucoma?
Glaucoma, 2 years
you
that
say.
you've made his family suffer. Once again, this is a lie that's been constantly debunked, where Yellow Flash has offered to pay his artist, John Dillard, multiple times, and he refuses to take payments. This has already been discussed back and forth that John Dillard owns 40% of the IP, so he gets 40% of all sales for the Mighty Golden Patriot. And of course, not everyone says the right thing, cope and see, because it's all it's ever going to be. A wall of text. I can tell he's mad. Suffer, urinal liquor. Suffer. You and Eric live in his head. It is so obvious. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's also funny that he puts out this super chat as the icing on the cake to clown EVS. Let's take a listen.
What?
Yellow Flash, what's up? What about the story of a fallen hero who smokes crack and makes out with a urine?
Now this right here is like Garfield's Bizarre Adventure type levels of trolling.
What?
He used to be somebody, now he's not. Could be a good comic.
Sounds finger licking good. Sorry, pipe licking good.
Oh my god.
Shout out.
Like I said, this is Garfield's Bizarre Adventure type of trolling of super chats, which are always legendary from Garfield, by the way.
Flash for the 5. Thank you so much for that. And perhaps it could be maybe somebody's interested in that comic.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
They're probably.
I don't even know. I don't know what they're talking about. I have no idea what they're talking about.
I'd be more interested in that than anything EVS actually has going on, like, I don't know, Cybercuck 3 and Rainbow the Brute. Things that won't be delivered until 2025, even though he's had shipping for, Cyberfrog 3 set for December of 2024, which we're now in. And it also seems that, once again, another year of no Rainbow the Brute, just a bunch of nonsense being shown from him with his incestuous trash cast episodes and just basically showing line art that, to me, honestly, now that I've really looked at it, I've changed my mind on it. I don't think the line art's very good at all.
You used to like his art.
Kyle Ritter's colors, I don't think Rainbow the Brute looks good at all. So basically, Kyle Ritter is what's saving Rainbow the Brute, in my honest opinion. And so once again, Yellow Flash BTFO's EVS. He continues to cope and seethe, talking about his trash cast that literally gets less viewers all the time. He's
always talking about who gets these views and who gets those views. I mean, like, he doesn't get this crazy amount of views, so why does he always talk about it? He's obsessed.
I think 139K, and he continues to sell and deliver no books. So continue to cope and see VBS. You're going to continue to get clowned on by literally everyone because you've proven to yourself that you are indeed a lolcow and you're always going to be known as such. So thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers.
Because you're bad and you're always going to be known as bad, bud. He said the same kind of shit to me.
Viewers, if you do like the video, hit the like button, comment below if you're wild, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications.
You're coping and seeding.
That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video, go live on this channel, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.
Catch you on the next one. Peace. Once again, tomorrow, Patreon show, which also means we'll be doing a live pre-show also. So we'll be seeing you there for sure. Sturgis won't do any of that shit. He's afraid. Yeah, look at him. Oh, no. Oh, no. He looks terrified. Yeah, so anybody else want to help out with the goal? I have more stuff to watch and I can keep the stream going. It would be great if you could help me get to 40%. 40% is where it's at. The link is pinned right there in the chat if you got a couple dollars to throw this way. What else do we have? Oh, another one of these.
Did he pay me $4,000 of his cameo money in 1 month?
Knock, knock.
on the farmhouse door. A nice lady with a Bible and a congratulations, you have been selected.
You literally have a child in your picture. You probably have a mom, a baby in your life. Like, leave me alone, dude. Quit harassing me. You have a baby in your life. You got some baby mom in your life, so leave me alone. Quit harassing me. Thank you. I'm not your baby. I'm not your baby mom. You know the truth? What do you know, sweetheart? What truth do you know, sweetheart? You don't know shit? Yeah, that's what I thought. You don't know shit.
I will be right back, everybody. All right, I'm back. Started feeling like really out of it for a second there. Had to get a little bit of food. All right. Back to Jessica.
Did he pay me $4,000 of his cameo money in 1 month?
Knock, knock on the farmhouse door.
Your life, like, leave me alone, dude. Quit harassing me. You have a baby in your life. You got some baby mom in your life, so leave me alone. Quit harassing me. Thank you. I'm not your baby. I'm not your baby mom. You know the truth? What do you know, sweetheart? What truth do you know, sweetheart? You don't know shit? Yeah, that's what I thought. You don't know shit. Were you there? Were you in my underwear sneaking clips and video snips? You weren't. You keep trying harder. Oh, I'm looking good. How's what? Oh, How's my night going? You would know if you were stalking me like everybody else, wouldn't you, sweetheart? You would know that one real quick, wouldn't you? If you were stalking me like any other fucking loser. Oh, but you're not stalking. Aw. But you also have a wife or a girlfriend or a something or other in the back. Oh, you think I'm gonna respond to you?
What is she doing?
Oh, you're cute. I could literally, if I had the viewers I had on my old channel, I would have 1, more viewers than you, and 2, more views than you, and more. And
She's flexing views now.
and you're ugly as fuck.
Okay.
Can you like get some cockeyed surgery, like braces for your eyeballs? Braces for your eyeballs
Braces
to
for your
direct in one direction. This isn't called, it's called one direction, not multiple direction. Not whatever that thing is that men have. Let's look at her cockeye.
I think I'm obsessed with this, but I'm okay with it. I am obsessed with it. And I think this is an obsession that doesn't hurt anyone.
And it's so funny. Her room is boring. At least, people call me a hoarder and shit. At least I got shit to look at in my gut. Her room, blank walls like her blank brain. At least I got shit.
You're a hoarder. What are you talking about? You're a hoarder.
Going on in her brain has nothing. Her brain is, and I do miss Josh. I know I shouldn't miss him.
Oh my God.
I miss the idea of him.
You say that all the time.
I don't miss him like when I miss the idea of what I can still care for Josh in a sense. Just like none of you ever care. I can care for him still.
Oh my God.
Because at the end of the day, I'm going to go down knowing I still care for him. I'm going to go down knowing I still care for his ass.
This is
I would have
crazy.
taken care of Joshy in any. Because I loved him. I did. You people, I feel bad for you. I wish I could have felt love like I felt for Joshy. Not my, love for me, not my love replicated so me. I know what that feels. Like someone to, it's fine.
Damn.
It's fine. Oh my God, I gotta steal other people's content and try to make money because I'm so boring myself and no one to watch me. And don't ask about Christmas. You want to get blocked?
What? What? She hates Christmas?
What is Christmas? You want to get blocked? Yeah. Yeah, you want.
She did change her YouTube channel. Yes, she did.
I get blocked, obviously. Good for you. I'll block you. I don't give a fuck, bitch. What is Christmas? Something that you get spoiled on and I don't? And you want to rub it in my face?
Is that it?
Good for you. Well, good thing you're blocked so you don't get to rub it in my face, huh? Keep your presents to yourself. I don't care. I don't care. Leave your shit to yourself. I don't want to look at your shitty presents.
Okay.
I don't want to look at anything from you, to be honest. Good for you. Nobody wants to watch that. Good for you. Nobody wants to watch that. Oh, your weight loss. Nobody cares. Sir, you're like over 50 years old. Who you trying to impress with weight loss at this point? Unless you're trying to look sick. Nobody cares about your weight loss, bitch. And you haven't lost any weight, to be honest. You just haven't. So, Sit the fuck down. And shut the fuck up for once in your life. I can't stand dumb people, and I'm dumb myself to a certain.
To a certain degree.
Bitch, don't fuck off. Say goddamn yeah, I am. Fuck you! Cut my hand. Fucking. I'm gonna smash my phone like Josh here in a hot.
Why? Why?
Fucking Josh minute.
Ha! She didn't have the balls to do it.
And I had what I wanted, and now I don't have it. Naturally. Figured that one out. As soon as you got something, you don't fucking have it. Figure you got something, you don't have it, so.
Griff fucked up my cell phone and it won't stop playing. Okay, now it stopped playing. Fuck you!
I think she's just trying to emulate his behavior. I don't think it's genuine.
Fuck you!
Hurry up. Click. Can you play the video? Can you play it? Can you play it? No. You don't want to play it? Okay. That's fine. Don't play it then. That's fine. I asked you to play it. You didn't want to play it when I asked you. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna go to bed. I don't need you to play my shit, bitch. You think you can play your own shit? I'm like, oh, you can't even play my shit when I fucking play it. What the fuck are you, bitch? You ain't shit. Hey, look at this. You think you're doing something? Ooh, that would be all in the trash. You ain't doing nothing. Bye. I'm an enabler to who? Who am I? I give Josh alcohol money? I streamed the fight about the pan. Oh, did I? Did he pay me $4,000 of his cameo money in 1 month? Did he watch me? No. Where? I was on a campsite? What was I doing? Yeah, I was on a campsite doing what?
What?
Doing what? You got the proof? You got naked picture? No, you don't. Exactly, that's what I thought. In July? Are we talking about July? July? Where my clothes are on, sweetie? July? July? I'm not naked. Where am I naked in July on the kit? Where? Show the proof. I'll wait. Show the proof. July. Cam 4. Naked. I'll wait. Yeah? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What is that gonna... Someone has me with my... Catch me on Cam 4. My clothes are on. Catch me.
What is this character she's playing?
You know that Josh knew about that, right, sweetheart?
Ooh.
You act like I didn't have clothes on. I had clothes on, sweetie. Are you mentally unwell? Are you It's archived. Again, what did I just say? Cam 4, July? Close up. Yeah, you got me. You got me, bitch. Go fucking put that Cam 4 shit with my clothes. Go put it on. I dare you. Go put. I'm waiting. My clothes? Yeah, I'm wearing clothes right now. She's on YouTube right now. 2024 clothes on. Oh, are you gonna use this against me like a day
I
from now?
am so confused.
Clothes on 2024? Goddamn fucking. She got clothes on. Yeah, go find the Cam 4 footage from July. You don't think that I talked to Josh about this on the phone? Because you know every aspect of my life. So, yeah, find the Cam 4 footage from July. I have clothes on. Thank you. I have clothes on. Thanks. I know you wish I didn't. You know my every life move. Yeah, you would know more than I would, wouldn't you, you fucking weird bitch? You would, wouldn't you? Joshy loves it when I stick them together and lick them. He loves that. Where are you, Joshy? Can I do that for you? Joshy, can I do that for you?
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking goddamn it. Oh, that's some nice looking fucking bitch ass. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Of age ass.
It's 6 o'clock. I'm depressed. 6:10. Depression has set in. Yeah, thank you. Bedtime for your fucking ugly face. This is a dress. Okay. So you want me to put a bra on with a dress like this? Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll get right on that. I'll get right on that. Room tour? What do you mean room tour? What about this? Oh, that was. What about that?
Okay.
What about that? That's nice. Oh, I can't even read the chat right now. My eyes are dizzy. Yeah, I unmodded all of my mods. Yeah, just to prove all of you a point. Has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with my mods can't be trusted. I'm just proving you a point. I'm gonna fucking remod them when I feel like it. Alright. Alright, people. No one wants to talk. That's fine. I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good night. I love all of you. Take care until we meet again. Who knows when that will be.
Who
Anyways,
knows?
Right. Have a good day.
She always tries to log off and then she never can stop.
Alright, have a good night. So don't say I didn't pay attention. It's when I don't pay attention, you guys talk. When I pay attention, you don't talk. So I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for watching my videos, troll.
Jesus. Holy shit. Whew. Man. One moment. All right. All right. So, I am I mean, like, I can go for a little bit longer. I was hoping we could get closer to the goal, but we're at 34.89%. So, got to do some streaming tomorrow. Big streaming tomorrow for sure. And then we have a private show tomorrow also. So, I do affiliate work for this like legal shroom company that like ships to multiple states. It's pretty sweet. And when people use my code to buy the Shroomy products, I get a little kickback. It's pretty sweet. They come in pill form. They do it in pill form, chocolate form, or they do it in tea form. No, you can microdose and it's really mellow and it doesn't last like hours and hours. They have like micro doses. Let's see here. Yeah, right here. They have it in pill form. They have it in tea. I guess they have tonics too, whatever that is. And then they also have chocolate. I've had the super dose before. It works pretty well. But they also just do like 100 and 200 milligram capsules. Wow, you can get just like a big box of super dose. I mean, you could try it. Just make sure you use my code for a discount. I'll share my code right now. If you use this at checkout, you get I think it's like 20%, 10 or 20, between 10 and 20%. I can't remember exactly. I think it's 20. Maybe 15. Just order a couple of the 100 milligram capsules. They're golden teachers. That's what they use, golden teachers. Schedule 35. It's called Schedule 35. Yeah, some states you can't use it in. A lot of states you can, though. Yeah. Yeah, they'll let you know if they can ship to you. They ship here for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap this one up, I think. Yeah. Probably just gonna wrap this one up. I will see all of you guys tomorrow. I'm definitely streaming a lot tomorrow. So I'll see all of you then. Have a good one.